enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Fud, fud, fud.
Oh, good morning.
Hi.
Wait, let me take a sip. Coffee.
A cup of Joe.
I love coffee. Got the phone number, 877-212-ONA.
Yes, phone us.
We got the website for all the visual stuff we talk about, ondaradio.com. I don't even know where to begin today. There's so much going on. I know Danny sent out an email last night, so maybe we should start with Danny.
And it was a huge, like a mystery. It was a cliffhanger email.
It sure
Danny
was,
sent out a cliffhanger email.
I'm not a fan of the cliffhanger email. No, who does that a lot?
Like, who?
E-Rock.
Oh, but who cares? Because you know it's just going to be some stupid.
I'm not a fan of the tease.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, as far as, like, work stuff, let me explain. When you do a radio show, you got to tease stuff. It's just part of, trying to get people to listen a little longer. You understand that.
Right.
You get frustrated, but I've honed that craft.
Certainly.
But when it comes to emails, E-Rock writes me, he goes, when you get a chance, could you call me? I got a question about the channel.
Why not just text?
Thank you.
Just text.
And he does it all the time. So I have to write back, what is this about? Because you know what? In this day and age, you don't have to make all those dumb phone calls anymore.
No.
We all have a phone that has some nice capabilities, and you can get a lot done without having to talk to a human being.
I am all about texting. Leave me alone. Don't
Emailing.
When my phone rings, like it's a phone call, I just get annoyed.
That's weird,
I'm
right?
like, what is this? Stop it.
Why would you want to actually talk?
Just text.
Well, we could just use our phones to communicate.
Yes.
So E-Rock writes, when you get a chance, give me a call. I got a question about the channel. I'm like, why would I ever call you? So I have to write back, what is this about? And then he goes, well, just call me when you get a chance. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, we probably could solve it this way. But with that being said, Danny sort of had one of those emails last night.
Cliffhanger.
And I don't usually do that either, but it was so much to type. Like, I just felt like I couldn't just sit there and write it, because who's going to read a huge page-long email,
Well, we did get the gist of it. It's like, I want to kill somebody. I was at Circuit City. So I'm like, okay.
I wasn't even home yet. Like, I was basically standing outside of the store just going, okay.
But I think everyone could understand the difference between the two emails, the E-Rock email, and yours at least made it go, wow, I can't wait to ask Danny tomorrow on the show what this is all about. We're going to hear this cold, right? You didn't tell anybody?
No, the only person who knows anything is Travis. I was talking to him last night.
Yeah, so
I had to tell somebody.
I know Circuit City's doing their liquidation thing, which, by the way, is a nightmare.
It is. It really, really is. And, like, the sales aren't even that great in the first place.
No, they're going to get great.
Well,
that's the problem, because everyone, when they hear Circuit City's closed and they're liquidating everything, everyone runs to the Circuit Cities thinking they're going to get amazing deals. But what they do, because they're kind of smart, they knock it down 10%. And as the weeks go on, all of a sudden it'll be 70% off, but it'll be for like old Atari systems,
just garbage,
old phones, and
at that
stuff
point
like that.
Garbage. There's garbage on the floor.
Right.
Like they don't even care. It's like you're walking into a looted store.
I thought it was the set of Slumdog Millionaire. I went in there and yeah. All right. So what happened, Dan?
Well, my hard drive had crashed yesterday, and
which by the way is amazing. I don't mean to keep jumping in here, but you're the third person this week alone that had a hard drive crash. I know 3 people in 1 week.
And a car crash.
Yeah. So
and a car crash, right?
Something else has to happen.
Yeah.
No.
But, so I figured, all right, well, I know Circuit City's, liquidating, so I could probably get some kind of discount. So I'll just drive over to Circuit City. It's 5 minutes from my house, and, I'll get a hard drive and, problem solved. So I go down there. I bring my old hard drive with me because I just want to make sure I'm getting the right thing and everything. So
sure.
Walk up to some fat sales girl, and I say, hey, and I have the one that I picked out from the shelf, and I'm like, I just want to make sure this is the right thing because I know you guys are liquidating. There's no returns, blah, blah, blah. So I just want to make sure I have the right thing.
Right there is a problem.
Before I get out of here.
What are you doing? So you just set up your own problem.
Unless you're walking in, paying for it, you got to be like Jerry Seinfeld was with the Soup Nazi.
Yeah.
As far as Circuit City goes now. Walk up, hand the money, Get your product and leave.
Notebook hard drive, please.
Please, and then step away.
Step to the side. Just keep stepping.
Give him the money and walk out. Any questions, anything else, you're asking for trouble.
I think you're
No
right.
electronics for you.
Right. I think you're right. All right. So you asked.
So, I ask, and so she could see my old hard drive. She sees the box that I have in my hand, and she goes, "Oh, yeah, that'll work. That's fine." I'm like, "You sure?" "Yeah."
Oh.
Okay. I go, I walk, I pay for my stuff, I go home, I'm all happy. I'm like, all right, I'll get to install new OS. This is going to be fun. So I get home, and, it doesn't take much to see that it's obviously the wrong hard drive. The connection is completely different.
Oh, boy.
And now I know. I'm like, well, great, because it's stamped right on my receipt, like no returns, no exchanges or whatever. And I'm like, ugh, well, and I'm like, you know what? It was at least the sales girl's fault, so at least I have some kind of leg to stand on here, right?
Oh, certainly do. Yeah.
Well, that's when I decide I'm going to call the store.
Oh.
Ooh.
To see what is going on. So I get a lovely animal on the phone that works their customer service.
What kind of animal? Cheetah, panda, wolf?
Well,
a dodo.
why don't you just ring that bell?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I call and I'm trying to explain the story, and I'm being nice, and I'm having a lot of patience with said customer service representative, and she keeps interrupting and saying, "Well, I'm sorry, sir, but there's no refunds, no exchanges, because you got to take it up with the liquidator, I guess." And I'm trying
The
to explain to her,
liquidator?
and I'm telling her,
liquidator?
I'm like, listen, I'm like, it's not that I came in and bought the wrong thing. I was like, your salesperson sold me the wrong thing, so it's really not my fault. So I guess you guys could probably make an exception. And she just goes, "Why you gotta be all mad rude to me?"
You were being mad rude?
I assume so. And I asked her, I said, "I didn't realize I was being mad rude to you."
Mad rude.
And she goes, "Yeah, well, you can be mad rude to me." And I'm just like, "Do you think that this is," and now I'm like Joe Consumer, I'm going, "Do you think this is any way to treat a customer?"
You should have went, "There's a ripe upstairs."
Yeah.
Oh, you should have went, there's a ripe right there.
Yeah.
Because that's what they did to you.
Yeah, exactly. Very badly, too. So I say, I'm like, "Don't you at all care about the store that you work for?" She goes, "There is no store. They all closing."
Oh, God. That's exactly it. And that's the attitude you're going to get.
And I'm like, all right, well, obviously I'm not going to get anywhere with this. So
That's like standing on the bow of the Titanic and going, "I'd like to speak to the cruise director,
Yes.
please."
Yeah. I didn't get the buffet. The buffet's not set up.
Right.
So now I know that this is now a losing battle, so I have some fun anyway, and I decide to ask, said customer service rep what they plan on doing in 3 weeks when they're out of a job.
Oh, good. Now you
Nice.
are being
Very
mad.
good.
Now you are being mad rude.
Now you're
Yeah,
getting
now I'm
mad
gonna-
rude back.
She goes, "I have my job for at least 6 weeks."
Oh, God damn.
I'm like, wow, sweet. And then I'm like, yeah, and then what? And then she goes, "I'll go on unemployment." And I'm like, all right, well, this battle's lost. So I hang up and I call back, and I think I get the same person, but I guess it's someone else.
Yeah, it's very hard to tell.
Well, so they pick up and, start to say whatever. And I'm like, yeah, what's your name? And she goes, "Who you think you are?" It's asking me, what's your name? And it's a completely different person.
Wow.
And I'm like, and I just say, without explaining my situation, I'm just like, "You're going to make me come down there, aren't you?" Like, "You can do whatever you want." I'm like, all right, fine. Take the hard drive, take my old one, go back to the store. I bypass their little service desk and just go straight to the chubby sales girl
That
who
told you-
told me the wrong thing.
Yeah,
Right.
good call. Very
Reset,
good call.
completely reset, Mr. Nice. "Hey, I was just in here, 15, 20 minutes ago.
Remember?
I was like, you sold me this hard drive, and it's actually the wrong one. And so I'm just looking to exchange it for the right one." "Well, we can't do that because there's no refunds, no exchanges." And I'm like, yeah, I get that, but you sold me the wrong one, so it's kind of different. It's not like I came in here and, bought something. You actually sold me the wrong thing.
Oh, my God.
"Well, I don't know. You have to talk to a manager or something." And I'm like, you can't be serious. Like, you sold me the wrong thing. So I speak to, the manager in that department. He's like, yeah, there's nothing really we could do about it, so you have to talk to, the manager of the whole store or whatever. And I'm just, I just had to say to the guy, I'm like, "Can you just please acknowledge that your salesperson just sold me the wrong thing?" And it's not like it was a $25 thing. I wouldn't care. But it was, $100 plus tax, blah, blah, blah. It's,
Yeah.
money. So now they call the manager.
Did he
and I'm
acknowledge
like-
it to you?
He was just like, "Well, I understand, but, there's nothing we could do." He was trying to be kind of sort of nice about the whole thing. But then
How about here's what they do? They box up the one, they take it back, and just give you the right one.
Right. No one's going to
No one
care in a few weeks.
cares. No one gives a crap. The store is done. It's gone. Why would they give you that much trouble and just give you 5 hard drives.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that like this was becoming such of a big deal. Like it was so not an issue, and especially not mine. You know, like
I'm getting angry.
Dude,
I'm so irritated for him already.
Yeah, because I know how
it gets so much better because now I asked to speak to the manager, and so I see a nice gentleman.
Okay.
Who's salt and peppery, and he looks like he's the kind of guy that would be able to get something done for you.
Certainly.
Should you be so inclined. So, and this is after some waiting, so I'm getting a little fidgety, but here he is, and I say, okay, well, here's the problem. I was like, your salesperson in, the computers section, she sold me the wrong hard drive. I was like, I brought my old one with me so that, I would kind of ensure that I got the right one.
Yes.
And I brought it home, and it was the wrong one, and I was like, I know that you guys have a no refund because you're liquidating everything, but, obviously it's not my mistake, so I was just wondering if you could exchange it for me. He's like, well, now we can't do that because no refunds, no exchange. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but your salesperson sold me the wrong thing. I was just like, I don't understand how you cannot exchange this for me. Like, it's very easy to do. He's like, well, we can't do it. And he's just giving me a really hard time, just as hard as the time as everyone else who I've spoken to. And I couldn't believe that this was the kind of, treatment I was getting from, the manager.
That's what you get.
And I said, well, how come you have a sales girl in computers who doesn't know what she's talking about, selling people the wrong thing? And he goes, oh, yeah, well, I guess I'll have to have a talk with her.
Oh, that's good.
That'll work.
Everybody's losing their jobs,
Right.
3 weeks
Getting
anyway.
reprimanded.
What is a talk going to do?
If it's any consolation, at least those people are all going to suffer.
Well, I hope so.
They're all going down the toilet.
I hope so, yeah.
Nice.
And then, so I'm just holding the hard drive now, and I'm like, well, what do you expect me to do with this?
Oh, please tell me you smashed it somewhere.
And he goes, sir, I can't tell you what to do with your own property.
Yeah, well, how about I swing it into the wall, into a monitor?
I go, dude, I was like, dude, it's like over $100 that I just threw away. And he goes, well, I wouldn't throw it away.
What are you supposed to do with it?
Yeah, so now I'm getting annoyed because he's just being an ass.
Yeah, now he's being condescending.
He's like, maybe you should try eBay. And I'm like, why do I need to go out of my way?
You just bought it.
I
sell it at a loss.
15 minutes ago.
Do the right thing.
So
and
now you want me to sell it at a loss because your salesperson sold me the wrong thing.
They're just told to say, yeah, that'll work.
I was like,
yeah, that'll work.
And I didn't even let him respond. I was like, and you're just going to let an inexperienced salesperson who does not know what she's talking about sell the wrong thing to people, And I was like, and you're just going to let that happen? He goes, no, you're right. I'll fire her.
Oh boy, condescending.
So now I'm completely losing my mind.
This son of a bitch. They probably have been told if someone comes up with a question, just tell them yes, it'll work, just so they could get rid of their crap. Just so they could sell their crap. So they just say, will this work? And they go, oh, yeah, this will work. And then they sell it. That's exactly what they're doing.
That's what I'm thinking. But here's the best part of the whole thing, right? So now...
You went in and there was blood on the walls.
Well, no, because...
That would be the best part.
So now I know that I'm just screwed, and I kind of have to accept it. I'm like, all right, now I just have to walk out of here with this.
Suck on it.
So I just go to him, and again, I'm like Hank Hill. I go, it's no wonder that this place is going out of business when you treat your customers this way, right? And so now he... And the customer service reps, who I know I spoke to on the phone, 50 minutes prior, they go like this, swear, hey, hey, and they start clapping at me after I said that, and I'm just like stunned now. I'm just like, what the hell was that?
Just bank that, you know what you could bank on? That is their utter frustration and pain that they are so effed and will be joining the ranks of the uneffing employed.
I couldn't believe it, and I'm like,
what store was this?
Circuit City.
No, where?
College Point, 20th Avenue.
Okay.
Manager's name is Russ.
I'd love to go there.
Where's that? Is that Brooklyn, Queens?
That's Queens. Yeah.
I would love to go there.
So I'm like stunned. I'm like, what? What was that? And he goes, the only customers that complain are the ones that don't get their way. And I was like, that's the most asimine thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, the ones that get their way complain.
Like, why would I complain if I get my way? So now I know, obviously, now that this is a losing battle, and I'm just like, well, you know what, everybody, have fun at your next exciting job in retail electronic sales, and walked out just stunned, and that's pretty much where that email came into play. I was just
you use a credit card?
I use my debit card. So I can't even. I can't even put a stop on the charge. They won't even, dude. I wanted to pay for it with my Circuit City card. But guess who's not accepting those anymore?
Oh, really?
Circuit City wouldn't accept that.
Even though it's completely owned, like that whole service is run by Chase and I think serviced by
my
Chase, but
God.
it's not Chase going out of business, so
Yeah,
I don't know
if
why
you-
I can't use it. But they're not accepting that.
There you go.
Now I'm stuck with a 250 gig hard drive I can't use. So if there's anyone out there that needs one, let me know.
Hey, I'll pay $10 for it. I'll give you 20.
As he's saying that, I'm thinking I hope you swing that into the manager's mouth. I hope he
would
swings his hard drive
just-
in the manager's
No,
mouth.
I would have had to do something. I would have
God,
probably.
aggravating.
I probably would open up the box and smashed it right in front of their
Yeah,
face.
I'd have to just like
I wouldn't-
I understand, but in my position, I would be able to absorb the loss a little easier. Thank God for
It's not about
my
that
life.
though.
But just to take it and smash it.
That's what I would have to do.
And I would honestly throw it into a monitor
Really?
and then just wait for the cops and then explain like I don't know. Hey, and then I would say like, yeah, these guys, and I explain the whole thing. And go, yeah. I was tossing it to a guy. It's off camera. Watch the security cameras. I was throwing it to him.
I'm standing there as this all was going down, and I knew it was going to go bad because when I was waiting for the manager, the customer service persons that I had a feeling I had spoken to on the phone earlier, they kind of like were looking at me like, oh, I just saw this guy. He's holding hard drive. Someone just called about this. Has to be that guy. So they were kind of like eyeing me and like whispering and stuff. So they were just waiting. They could not wait to get on me about this.
Oh, here's what you do. Sorry. Throw it through the monitor, pay for the monitor with the Amex, call up Amex, cancel it. And you know damn well they can't go, there's too much crap going on. They're not going to be able to fight the fact that there's this charge, those investigations go on for a while, and then you ate one of their monitors. You go, there, now eat it.
But just call the cops so he'd want to.
But I paid for it.
So you know what?
No, I paid for the monitor.
Take that step out of the equation. Just buy a lot of stuff with your credit card. Cancel it as soon as you get home.
You could smash it, though. I'd pick up a monitor.
I'm just saying, get some good stuff.
I pick up a monitor and go, oops, and just smash it on the floor and go, I'm sorry, let me pay with that with my Amex. And then I pay and go, and then in the store I call and go, hello? Yeah, I want to cancel the charge for a monitor I just bought from Circuit City.
Right. They dropped it.
Yeah,
and
they dropped it.
And they're trying to say I did.
Yeah,
and
that's
all.
just
crazy.
There are things we can do. Let's do this.
because they don't care. They don't care. They're all going to be out of jobs.
It's
Nobody
so
cares.
funny. It would be funny for me to know I just screwed them, that one of their idiots have to come out and clean it up. Now clean it up!
Danny was in a bad spot. You were in a no-win situation
no-win.
because in the end, he's right. No one gives a crap in that situation. They all know they're losing their jobs.
I just
But
couldn't-
wait, Danny, how about if, like Ann said, you buy the right one with your credit card now in a different store?
And then just
cancel the payment. Now you've paid the right amount of money.
He can't. He uses a debit card.
It's debit. It's like pretty.
If he uses his
automatic.
credit card, that'd be an easy
Got a
move.
credit card? Regular one?
No, I used to have some troubles back in the day.
Wow.
waiting credit problems.
Yeah.
No, I purposely don't have credit cards anymore, so I don't get myself in those same troubles.
Yeah.
Well, you hit a nerve with the people out there. The phones are lit, so.
I'm disgusted
Yeah.
and want vengeance.
Dude, I knew. I was like, if I know the cops will be called if I did anything.
Yeah.
But like, I wanted nothing
It
more.
depends what you do.
I wanted
You
nothing.
got to know
more.
what you can do and what you can't.
I just wanted to
A
run.
little slam dunk on the floor. They're going to look for you, but you know what? In the end, you'll be all right.
Circuit City so Danny queer giraffe.
I wanted to run full steam into the manager, into his chest with my shoulder. Like, that would have been worth it for me. And, like, I would have got arrested. Just watching him, like the grape lady, trying to struggle for breath.
No, you do.
It would have been worth it.
You put on a football helmet and just start running full speed into the huge TVs one after another.
Oh, God damn.
Until they call the cops.
Hey, liquidated asses.
I was telling another friend of mine about the story. He's like, you know what you do? I'm like, what? He goes, take your car, right? He's like, like, leave it running right outside the store. He's like, walk in like you're just browsing, take the right one, and just run out the store like a bank robbery.
You got cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
the
that's
problem.
not a good idea.
That's why you got to do it legitimately, which would be drop something hugely expensive, break it, pay for it with the Amex, and then call up right in front of them. And then all loud, like the loud guy bit. Hello, is this American Express? I'd like to cancel the charge.
Danny could do some of that robbing. Because you look like a lot of different people. You're lucky that way. Someone like me, I'm screwed.
I thought about it. I was like, I could go home.
You shave your beard and
I
stuff.
could put my hair up. I could shave. I could wear a different jacket.
You'd be the guy that got your debit card. It's like, no, we know this is the guy.
What is this guy, stupid?
But I urge anyone who's looking to get a deal, screw Circuit City. Don't go there.
You know what?
Go there.
Those liquidation things never work out in the end.
No one cares.
They look like a great thing, but it's always a nightmare. Let's take our first break. 877-2120, and every phone is lit. And a lot of people are having the same problems.
Well, they were a terrible store when they were doing well.
Yeah, it's true. Oh,
they always.
You know what they did? But I always went simply because I never really needed their salespeople.
Yeah,
I always knew what I was
in.
going in there for, like whether it was a game or something like a DVD or something like that. I never needed them, and this is like the first time I really ever needed them.
Took me 20 minutes to ask one person a question once in an empty store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they're out of business.
Yep.
We got to take a break. Maybe we do a little Liquid A bombing over there.
Oh, for liquidation.
Yeah, Liquid A.
Oh.
They don't know where that's coming from.
Liquidation.
Oh, God.
Maybe we get a few people just kind of walk around the store.
I'm liking that idea.
There's things we could do, Danny.
I can't. I mean, I never do anything.
Oh, this is just for the radio.
That would be a real
wink,
funny.
wink, nudge, nudge. All right, we got to take a break. Why is everyone... You guys got some? Or are you just standing around? No. All right, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Sad news. We lost another Skynyrd. I think they're down to one original member, Lynyrd Skynyrd.
One original member, that's it, man.
One. Keyboardist Billy Powell is dead at the age of 56. He looked a lot older than that.
He certainly did.
He had the frizzy, froey hair, a bit on the chubby side, dressed very colorfully. They almost got
gaily.
Huh?
I'd say he dressed gaily.
Well, I was trying to be polite, but yes,
I was
Anthony.
just using it as the happy term.
He dressed like he should be on Broadway. So one to go, and you got a full band in heaven. Who's the last guy left? Last guy standing. That's the trivia question today for the Skynyrd fans out there.
Let's see.
Actually, the Skynyrd fans would know that.
Rossington or Collins?
I think we lost one of them. At least one of them, right?
When they went to Rossington Collins.
And it's just...
Is it Rossington? Yeah.
He's the last one?
Apparently Gary Rossington. I was only kidding. That's the only two, I know their names that weren't dead.
Oh, look at you. And we talk about this from time to time. These bands will go on. I mean, way past all the original members being dead.
Yeah, Leonard Skynyrd will be around forever.
I know they do it with the doo-wop bands and stuff where some of your older relatives, I'm going to go see, can't even come up with one right now.
Yeah.
And then you do a little research and you find out that all the original members are long gone, but the name continues. But it's going to start happening with the rock bands we grew up with is what I'm getting at here. Skynyrd, one to go. They're going to continue.
Yeah, you think they're not going to continue when the last of the original members are gone? And then it's a whole new band called Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Right. Weird. Really weird.
Well, his brother's still singing, right? Is that the...
Huh?
What's his name? Who's singing?
Oh, yeah, his younger brother's... he does a great job, actually. He sounds so much like his old brother. It's ridiculous. And then it's good to see down there in Washington that the Democrats and the Republicans are working together, just like President Obama wanted. Now, one Republican voted for the stimulus package.
Well, it's because it's not really a stimulus package, but whatever. That's why the Republicans didn't want to, go along with them.
Right.
This is a little much. I'm just disgusted with it. But
why are you disgusted? Why? Why?
He's everyone's president. We have to stand behind him and blah blah blah. Because I don't think an emergency. We're in a goddamn financial emergency right now, according to Barry.
What'd you say?
Barry Hussein.
What?
I'm calling him Barry Hussein.
What?
Calling him Barry Hussein. It's his name. It's his name. If people called George Bush, they didn't call him President George Bush. A lot of people said, George W.
George W. Right.
They didn't call him President Bush with the respect that the office calls for. Forget about what a job he did, lousy job, whatever. But he's Barry Hussein to me, and he's earning that name every ding-dong day by first giving his first presidential interview to an Arab station, and now pretty much just lapping the hindquarters of the Iranians.
The dinner jacket guy?
Ahmadinejad.
Yeah.
Ahmadinejad. That's it. We'll fire off a letter to him. and the Ahmadinejad just stands there on a daily basis and talks about just killing the Zionist pigs and the Holocaust never happened and whatever, pro-anti-Israel. I'm not even talking about that. And just, he's not a nice guy. They don't like our lifestyle. They don't like who we are as a people and the way we run our lives. It has nothing to do with Bush did this or, treat them better and they'll treat us better. It's not the mentality you're dealing with. It's like sitting down with a tiger. You can't sit down with a tiger and you got a guy that's a lion tamer or whatever, tiger tamer, and he's got the right equipment, the chair and the whip, and he gets him into shape.
I never thought that was the right equipment, by the way.
No. You should have a gun and a big friggin' trident.
I always thought that guy was a lunatic at the circus. Oh, yeah, that'll help you. A stupid chair with four legs and a whip. Great.
You think with a chair.
Those are weapons of desperation.
Yeah.
Right.
You think he thought that up, or it just happened one day? He's like, I got nothing but a chair.
Yeah, if all of a sudden that door opened and a tiger came in, what would you do? You pick up your chair and something that you can swing at it. You're right.
My weapon would be sunglasses and a grapefruit.
Right. Right.
And in the center ring with sunglasses and a grapefruit.
Yeah, I have a hot cup of coffee I could throw in the eyes of the tiger. That should stop him for a half a second.
Be a nice little appetizer for him before he bites.
But you're right. If you're going to be prepared, you don't go with the stool and the whip.
No.
You know.
Go in there prepared. But it's like you're dealing with a tiger, and you think that having nice conversation with him is going to give you a dialogue with him. These people, their way of life.
You don't give him an A for effort for at least trying.
No, I give him an F for putting us in very bad. His foreign policy so far, or lack thereof, or ass kissing policy.
Well, it's only been 4 days.
Well, Guantanamo. He's hey, let's shut that down before we figure out what we're doing with anyone there. And
we got a year to figure it out.
A few of the people that have gotten out of Guantanamo, right back to Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
We don't even know how many.
Well, you go back to what you know.
Go back to what you know?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
What do you want these guys to do?
What I want this
go on a European vacation? I mean, of course they're going back there.
It will be so sad to have to say I told you so to this idiot, because it'll only mean...
To who?
To Obama.
You think you're going to get FaceTime?
Barry.
You're going to have FaceTime with him, you think?
I mean, figuratively.
Oh, okay.
On the air.
Oh.
To say I told you so, because it'll only mean that there was a huge loss of
He's not listening to us,
lives.
though. He's too busy listening to Rush.
Well,
Rush Limbaugh.
It'll just mean a huge loss of innocent lives, and that will be the I told you so. Because he apparently doesn't understand you can't go from the Bush policy and transition to this happy-go-lucky, let me write this guy a little letter policy.
Well, he said, I want Islam to unclench their fist and accept our hand, which is nice in theory. But then Ahmadinejad is like, well, I want a U.S. apology.
Oh, yeah. He wants an apology. He'll probably get it.
You can't go to guys like that, like, hey, we know that we're so wrong and we're so sorry. It's this groveling. Yep. You have to be willing to talk. I agree with that. But you have to go there in a position of, look, if you want to talk to us, we'll talk to you. Go ahead. Go. Talk.
Yeah.
You can't go there with your hat in your hand and go,
no.
Hey, look, we understand that it's all these awful policies of the West that cause Islamic radicalism.
Yeah.
It's just...
it's weak.
Yep.
It's Jimmy Carter-ish.
I agree.
And it's just going to undermine the security of this country.
Maybe he's doing a little rope-a-dope, my friends.
Well, he's got
maybe he's doing a little rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
The dope.
Maybe he's doing a little rope-a-dope, and now, the big fist
he's
right to the face.
He's not a rope-a-dope guy. He's a wimpy, Democrat, liberal ass.
What?
Barry.
What?
Barry Hussein.
What?
Barry Hussein and his goddamn asinine foreign policy and his asinine stimulus package that includes chlamydia cures for the low income.
Is that what's going on with the stimulus package? What are some of the things that is in the stimulus package?
Over $300 million is going towards a diseases, sexually transmitted disease education. All right, fine. Not in a stimulus package, you dummy.
So, yeah, you think people... do you think that the Democrats got, like, a bunch of people got together and said, well, this is kind of what I want to get through. How can I tie this in and sell it as stimulus?
Yeah.
Like, people would just, well, it's stimulus because... if they're not getting VD, we won't have to give them money, so that stimulates the economy.
Yeah. I could see them actually trying to hash that through and debate it as being stimulus. Stimulus package is, let's get people jobs, let's get the economy going, let's get people back into investing in the country. That doesn't do it when you're just, giving money to these programs.
I want to hear what some of these programs really are.
Another one,
they don't have a chlamydia.
I call it that, the chlamydia clause.
I mean, it's funny and all, but I want to know.
On page 127 of this friggin' stimulus package or something.
Well, that's what Washington does.
Oh, well, you know something? What about transparency? What about his big transparency that he's not going to pork barrel these bills? And for something like this economic stimulus package, which is supposed to take care of the country right now, it's an urgent thing. To add that crap in, it's pure Democratic bull.
But you like pork. I like pork.
I love some pork.
Is pork good in this situation?
The other white meat. Yeah. Like the sound of that.
Oh yeah. And I don't like ears though. Earmarks.
The earmarks.
Ugh. You ever try an ear?
They're tough. Pork ears.
Can't really chew through it.
I like pork rinds. No, I hate those things.
Oh, good. I got you calm. This is good.
No.
Yeah, I got you
I'm
calm.
Annoyed at Barry Hussein.
Don't make me push that button.
Barry Hussein.
No.
Okay. No, I'm not going to I'm not alming. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed at what this idiot is doing.
You're right. Foreign policy.
Foreign policy is a
Democrat
joke.
Foreign policy.
And then there was another thing in the stimulus package.
Yeah.
Or he just signed another bill because he loves signing those to make it easier. It makes it easier for employees to sue their employers for discrimination. That's what he just signed also. So more litigation, more lawyers stepping in. Like, that hasn't been done enough. What was standing in the way of people suing their employers for discrimination when every day you open the paper and see a new case? What was standing in people's way to sue their employer? I didn't think they needed another bill signed. This guy is going right for his constituency, which isn't the 53% that voted for him.
Barack gonna take Dan's money?
Yeah, well, we'll see that. He
Where's
did,
I want to play that. All right, a little bit. The other side fighting back a little bit. Freddie in Belmore. Freddie.
Freddie.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, Freddie.
Hey, Anthony, man, Bush got us into this problem. Whatever this guy Lynyrd said at the UN, he was totally right about America.
Bush got us into it, huh? Not extremist Muslims who blew us up. That didn't do anything. Not extremist Muslims who drove their little Zodiac boat into the USS Cole. That wasn't it. Not the extremist Muslims that blew up our embassies and our Marine barracks. It was George Bush. Shut up, lib! You effing lib!
Let me ask you, Anthony,
Live with it when another goddamn building gets blown up.
before we went in, how many was there?
Live with it when another few thousand people get killed because of this idiot's foreign policy. What did you ask me, Freddie? Because I'm willing to listen.
Okay, how many extremist Muslims were there in Iraq when Saddam was in there? In charge.
I always have said
none, because he knew how to treat them.
Yes.
You kill them.
I've always said, dude, listen to me. Please listen to me. I've always said that Saddam Hussein was the best person to run that savage country. I've always said that. He ruled with an iron fist. If someone acted up, he killed them. That's why they were quiet.
And those extremists just came from other places into Iraq.
Right.
Like Al-Zarqawi, he was from Jordan.
Yeah.
These are guys that existed. They existed. They just kind of like a magnet. They just kind of got sucked into Iraq. But they were all over the place anyway. They didn't just get created overnight.
That's it, but that's what he said when he went to the UN. Whatever he said about Bush was, I'm a pure American, but whatever he said was right.
Yeah, did Ahmadinejad address the fact that Iran has been, or Syria has been funneling weapons to terrorists to make Iraq worse? Did he mention that?
Hey, listen, So we're not helping the situation.
No, you didn't answer my question.
Spidey, you stuttering, muttering.
You didn't answer my question. Did he address that? Did he address the fact that them and Syria have been funneling weapons to make it worse?
The fact that he was 100% wrong. If he said that, I would have no problem. If America says what they did wrong, then there'd be no problem.
Just because Bush was wrong doesn't make Barry right.
He was wrong.
You didn't answer my question.
Oh, you're right, Jimmy.
I'm saying, did he address that part of it?
No, but
Like, did he address the fact? Did he address the fact that not that Iraq would be good, but that himself and Syria have made matters a lot worse by purposefully funneling weapons and arms to people who are killing civilians and targeting soldiers?
Well, his point is maybe because America's over there butting in where they shouldn't be either.
So why does he care? Iran and Iraq hated each other.
Right.
Right. And America
That's why Saddam Hussein.
Who gave Saddam all that stuff before the mustard gas?
Yeah, we did. Terrible Americans did when we were trying to help them chase the Soviets out of Afghanistan. That's how we armed bin Laden, and we got out of Afghanistan. You're talking about Iraq.
We also dropped 2 nuclear bombs on a country we do a lot of trading with now. It's called history.
And
Time goes by, things change.
And we gave weapons. We sold weapons to Saddam because he was fighting an enemy in Iran. Yes.
Right. Okay, so we made mistakes. They made mistakes, but everything he said was true. That's my point.
All right, well, go to Iran. Tell him.
All right,
Tell him
Freddie.
yourself.
Thank you, Freddie. We got to move on to Dan and Brewster.
Terrible argument, by the way.
Horrible.
We gave Saddam the weapons. That was only because he was fighting Iran, and they were our enemy after the Ayatollah Khomeini took over. So they were our enemy.
And then we blew up all of the weapons that we gave him, so screw him.
And how about this? How about the fact that we sold 80 of our best warplanes to Iran when the Shah was still there?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's booted, and then the radical Islam has 80 of our warplanes, and thank God somebody sabotaged them, or the Ayatollah Khomeini would have had 80 of our warplanes.
All those morons would
Didn't know
have
how to operate
They
them.
would have put him in catapults and flown him. F-16s.
They still had to figure out how to fly them.
F-16s flying 10 feet out of a catapult.
That's hilarious. Dan and Brewster, how are you, buddy?
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You know, Obama attacked us and attacked us with the coal and the towers. So I don't understand. You know, we knew there was no weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
We got democracy back.
Yep.
Right.
How come we don't shift all the troops in Iraq, go to the Pakistan border,
Yep.
find the guy,
Yep.
and then we can finish our job in the
Fine.
States?
Yep. Yep.
Good. I agree. Now, can the people that call me an idiot and everything listen to me when I say this? I agree with you.
Wow.
I agree with you. I always have. I never thought we should have been in Iraq.
Yeah, Ant's been saying that for a while.
No, I did when I was sold the bill of goods on.
Oh, yeah,
but
it's been a long time since you've believed that.
Yeah, I could give a crap if they have a democracy over there. Who cares about those people? They don't want it.
Obama credit for trying to withdraw this, for going.
Yeah, you really should.
No, it's any.
Give him a little-
No, why
give
would I
Barry
give
a little
credit for
credit.
that? It's not his idea.
Give him a little credit, a little bit.
People have been
Little
talking.
bit.
No, I'm
A
not
little
giving
bit, little
Barry
bit.
Hussein any credit.
A little bit. You
No,
gotta.
no.
You got to start looking forward to, you know, W.
Looking forward.
Yeah, the guy makes a
I
good point, Ant.
understand.
Give him a little credit. A little credit.
All right, you know something? We'll all sit here someday. When other buildings are coming down, or when there's a bombing in our subways, or anything else happens as far as Muslim terrorists coming and killing innocent people because of this weak foreign policy that Obama is putting in place.
Clinton did have
Barry Hussein.
Clinton did have Osama bin Laden, I believe, pretty much lined up and didn't go after him.
No.
Did not. I'm not blaming Clinton for 9/11 at all. I'm only saying that there was more he could have done, knowing that bin Laden was a terrorist who was funding stuff, and he did not do it. Was funding stuff. Could I have sounded dumber?
Funding stuff.
You know what I mean? He did not take
We need
action.
more stuff.
All right, we got to take a break. We're looking at this stimulus package.
Stimulus.
Someone is saying that in this package, they got $260 million that they're going to be using to resod the National Mall. Is that true?
That got taken out.
Oh, okay.
But it was in there.
Yeah, but that's
The
what they do
Republicans
down there.
had a bitch to where's the transparency? Where's the not business as usual? Why did the Democrats have it in there in the first place? They put in bargaining chips so that they could keep stuff in and take it out. It's not supposed to negotiate like that. That's business as usual, and it's the same thing Barry's doing. It's nothing is changing.
President Obama.
Barry Hussein.
A little respect until he
Barry
does something
Hussein.
wrong. He hasn't done anything wrong officially
Barry Hussein.
yet.
What? You pick up the paper?
Yes, I did.
Stay 10, and I'm scared crapless.
Foreign policy, 0 for 2 so far. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
0 for 2.
0 for 2.
All right, we can't go to you, Mike. We just kind of did it. So Quick break. Back to the phones.
Did the phone company go broke, too?
What happened? What's wrong, Anthony?
I thought his phone went out. I thought the phone companies all went broke.
No.
Getting mail delivery is going to be 5 days. We're so screwed.
I told you yesterday. Everything we know is slowly changing.
Give it to the whores with chlamydia. That's where our money goes to. Whores with rotting genitals. All right, good one. Oh.
Opie and Anthony. Oh, a little old school here, huh? Opie and Anthony, 877-212-0-A. A bunch of people making the same point. Whether it's right or wrong, they are saying it.
Yeah.
Victor and Belmore, I don't have time to go to them. And, Sobey, I guess, in Jersey. You can only be this mad after 8 years, not 1 week.
No. I could be mad because it's actually been 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay?
Are you going to write his back?
2 years of campaigning, so I know what this guy's about. And now that he's starting to enact some of this stuff, it's not like he just popped out of nowhere.
You're gonna,
all right.
You're going to write his back the entire time, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If the streets are paved with gold after 8 years, I'm still going to call him an ass.
Well, why is that?
Because he's a
what?
Socialist.
Okay.
Barry Hussein. Yeah. That's right. Uh-huh. Yeah. Sure is. Oh, yeah.
I love the instant feedback. Jamal from Connecticut, he goes, so I'm a new listener to the show, so I just want to make sure I got this right. Anthony is the one who likes Obama, right?
Is that,
They love busting you.
Yeah.
I love when the other side just busts your balls, my friend. All right. If you were listening earlier, we lost another Skynyrd.
Yeah.
Of the Leonard variety. Billy Powell passed away. He was only 56. He looked a lot older. And I mention it again because, oh boy, Johnny Van Zant has a little comment about Billy Powell's passing. Kind of doing our bit. You know how we go with, I guess God needed a keyboardist or whatever.
No.
Yeah. Johnny Van Zant, the current lead singer of Leonard Skynyrd, until he passes, and then they'll get somebody else, and they'll just continue for decades.
Keep going.
Yeah.
They're rocking up in heaven tonight, I'm sure. I'm sure my brother probably is telling Billy, hey, what took you so long?
No, they're not rocking up in heaven.
No.
He is also a corpse.
Yeah.
They're both rotting on Quincy's table.
The maggots are rocking on his body. That's what.
Oof. That's
well, depends what you believe, my friend.
But true.
Depends what you believe. All right.
Out of his crybaby phase. Yeah, right.
Huh?
I'm a crybaby. I was. I'll give you that.
A little bit.
To understand that.
Now I need the crybaby sound effect. Wow, you do that really well.
I did it enough.
Growing up.
Little baby. Such a little embarrassing baby. An embarrassment.
Yeah. And I need your help.
What's up?
I was watching TV last night. I was flipping around, and I caught a little bit of Lost last night.
Really?
Just a little bit. And I know there's a lot of Lost fans out there, and I want to become one of those Lost fans.
I mean, I understand you caught a little bit, but if you catch a little bit of last night's episode, you're in trouble.
Really?
Yeah.
How many seasons are we up to? 4? 5?
I think this is season 5,
right?
Lost,
I haven't seen the first one yet, the new ones. I haven't seen the season.
Really?
5.
Yes, 5th season?
So it's second episode, really. Maybe third, because the first one was a 2-hour. Into, season 5.
I decided that I want to get into Lost. So do
you have a week straight that you can take off and just sit in front of a TV with DVDs?
Who needs a week when I have you?
What?
Explain Lost to me in 60 seconds.
That's impossible.
No, and then I can start watching these episodes.
It's not possible.
No, I'm going to start the clock, and you're going to try.
I don't even have a thought in my head.
No, you got to, because I really want to start watching this show. And I think I have faith in you, my brother.
I don't.
You're a very smart man.
I don't.
And I know you could do this. Explain Lost in 60 seconds, and then I'll watch. And then when I come in, I could be part of the little chatter that goes on. I noticed there's lost chatter between you and Travis and other people.
Yeah, we
associated with the show.
We talk about it. We were texting last night. Me and Travis were texting each other last night during Lost, yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. I feel a little left out. I want to be more part of what's going on in front of me.
Righty.
So can you explain Lost in 60 seconds?
No.
Can you at least try?
I can try.
All right. Can we start the clock? Ant's going to explain Lost in 60 seconds.
Tense.
For me and maybe some other people out there that they take a peek and they're like, you know what? This is something I might want to start watching.
Okay.
All right? Give it your best shot.
Okay. Oh, God. All right, there's Oceanic Flight 815. It crashes on an island.
Got it.
And at first you just think it's like just going to be a survival story on the island. But the island turns out to be a little mysterious. There are creatures and things going on. Very mysterious. And then the initial ensemble cast of characters, I'm not going to go into their names. I don't have enough time. They start wandering around and exploring the island and find things that indicate other people had been on this island.
Things, okay.
Before.
Got it.
And then they realized there was something called the Dharma Initiative, which made these chambers and other things all over the island that contain weird, mysterious machines and items and things that sometimes help them. They give them supplies, sometimes hurt them. And then I found the others. The others were people that have been on the island. They didn't know that there were the others. There's more people on the island. And they're
not
run
part of the plane
by
crash?
Ben. They're run by Ben.
All right.
This guy, he's really a bad guy. And the others start really effing with the Oceanic Flight 815. God damn it!
Oh! You didn't even get to the smoke.
I didn't get out of season 1.
Oh, really?
It's season 5. I didn't get halfway through season 1.
That's only season 1.
Holy mother of God!
I know there's numbers and smoke and the others.
I couldn't get into all that.
Is it the what?
Yes, the hatch.
All right, we're going to try this again next week. I mean, that's a good start, though. It's a plane crash, but maybe they never really crashed.
Well, you know, the way some of these episodes have been going, you might be right.
Really?
No. I think there was a plane crash.
See, everyone's saying I got to start from the beginning. No, I'm going to use Anthony. So if we do this a couple times, I think I could just jump into season 5.
So now I'm going to have to remember where I left off next week, or I have to do it all over again?
All over again.
No, I have to figure out a way to do it all in 60 seconds.
Yes. You only did one season. What did you do?
Like half of a season, maybe, or
maybe Travis can help you. Maybe a little thought starters.
Travis is very good.
Next week we're going to do this again, Travis. Oh, okay. Or maybe even tomorrow.
Maybe 2 days.
My whole goal is to watch your brain explode.
Whew, that almost did it. Especially on the tails of Obama stuff.
Oh, I know. I think Anthony needs to rest a little bit. We weren't even going to do this story, but
someone said, I'm so far to the right that I hope Rush Limbaugh fails. I don't know who said that on Pal Talk, but that's funny.
God, they played right into Rush's hands. Tell me, his ratings are going to be
will
huge.
have ratings through the roof.
I even want to start listening to him again.
Rush was so hoping that Obama won. Like as a course,
why doesn't he at least say that?
Like as a professional, you got to hope he wins because it gives you. This guy has at least 4 more years of great ratings,
right?
Being in the news.
Of course.
When Bush was in office, he pretty much disappeared. You just heard about drug allegations and abuse and his cochlear implant, and now right out of the gate, he's back in the news. You go to Drudge, you see links to his comments. I read a whole thing on what he thinks his stimulus package would be. I never would have read anything like that, over the past 8 years. But
that's why he's a phony like the rest of them, because this is the best thing for him personally and for his radio show. It's the best thing that could happen to our radio show. We're not a political talk show. We dip into the politics, certainly.
Yeah.
But this is great for our show. Why can't Rush admit that? Has he admitted that? Like, thank God?
No.
He'd be dead in the water if McCain was president, as far as his radio show goes.
Yes.
No one would care as much. It's perfect for him.
Yep.
He rode that Clinton thing, remember?
Oh, I know.
That was the heyday of Rush Limbaugh, and it was all because, Clinton was in office.
Clinton
he had someone to beat up every day. Now he's going to beat up Barry.
Barry Hussein.
As Anthony says.
I call him Barry Hussein. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We got to do this Dirtiest hotel story.
That's cute.
Because there's a nice little ta-da moment.
Ta-da!
Stump Brain, what is this? They did some kind of survey to find the dirtiest hotel in America?
Yeah, these guys checked out every dirty hotel all over the country, and they also tried to report on the clean ones, but nobody cares about that. We don't care
No,
about
you like the
dirty
shock
ones.
of the dirty one.
And they were talking to the owner of the dirtiest hotel.
They went in, I think they got the night manager or one of the clerks to show them around.
Right, okay. Listen to this. Dirtiest hotel is in Times Square.
It stands tall in the glow of the theater district, and for $109 a night, you can even get a room with a view at Hotel Carter. That is, if you can see past the cracked window and filth. Besides being a magnet for European travelers on a budget, TripAdvisor.com says the Times Square Hotel is also a magnet for mice, roaches, and bed bugs.
The roaches and mice, I will deny it because I never see it myself.
Man, I should have kept my old place. I could have rented it out like a hotel. With the mice and the roaches.
I got to say.
And the silverfish.
These filthy Europeans that come over here and spread their bugs all over these hotels.
The bugs were there already. Come on.
What?
Come on.
No, you know what? For the most part, if you're staying in an upper-end hotel, you assume that the people staying there are showered.
But this isn't an upper-end hotel. It hasn't been an upper-end hotel since, like...
it was a welfare hotel.
Prohibition.
I digress.
Yes.
I've heard stories on upper-end hotels that have bed bugs. And it's because these filthy people come over here with their horrid habits and their filthy woman armpits, hairy armpits, and sleep in these beds and give us bed bugs, along with other diseases. What do you think? We naturally get anthrax here, or some guy's got to come over with animal skins to make drumheads over? It's people that just like people bring things over here. Mm-hmm. Before, we had a lot of this travel going on, a lot of this freedom of movement between countries. Didn't have a lot of this good stuff.
That's right. It was a bunch of Indians minding their business. And then some people showed up.
Knocked them off.
Had a few things,
that's right.
Blankets that were questionable.
A couple of questionable blankets.
We were the first terrorists, man.
First terrorist, man. First weapon of mass destruction.
Started with blankets, and now look where we're at.
Although I have to say the Romans were probably doing it before.
Probably.
The terrible U.S. was.
They were...
Oh, good cop chase. Looks like...
that was that woman from yesterday?
U-Haul. The woman in the U-Haul is classic.
Where do you think she was?
She's running. She tried to get into another car, and then the cop is just, wham, I'm going to get you, bitch.
You can't outrun, like, the cops in this day and age. They got cameras and helicopters everywhere. Where are you going?
Scanners.
Where was she going?
So what happened to her? Why did she do what she did? Did anybody know?
Yeah, let's get that story.
She was moving.
It's a pretty big one.
I have no idea.
I turned that off yesterday.
Yeah.
Dirtiest Hotel, Part 2.
Right.
Erwin Lemanglis lives in the hotel and manages it. So, how does he feel that for the third time in 4 years, the West 43rd Street spot tops the website's list of dirtiest hotels in the country?
We're not dirtiest hotel in America.
But you are dirty?
We're not dirty. This is a one-star hotel, so the level of standard is as for a one-star hotel.
What?
It's a one-star hotel. So,
okay.
So as far as one-star hotels
they're
go,
living up to 1 star.
They're living up to the one-star status.
It's not like they're trying to bamboozle anybody. Hey, we're a 1-star hotel. You want to stay here?
We got a guy, Rich in Buffalo.
1 star.
1 star.
I couldn't find a room.
Yeah. I booked a brown dwarf hotel. It's a quasar hotel. A 1-star hotel.
Let's go to Rich in Buffalo. He stayed at this hotel. Rich?
Yeah, what's up? I came back from Iraq, and a buddy of mine who was a New York City cop hooked me up with a cheap hotel in Times Square. It was so nasty. Me and my wife had to go down to Duane Reade and buy our own sheets. There was a wet bag of weed drying on the outside of the window from whoever was there before us.
Nice.
All right. Hey, that's complimentary.
A little weed.
The continental breakfast.
Well, you would think that if you got a hotel in Times Square that it would be okay. But they still have some really dirty things in Times Square.
Yeah,
they haven't cleaned up the area entirely yet.
If you're at the W or somewhere like that, that's one thing. If you're staying at some unknown hotel, it's a problem. Like Patty. Stalker Patty stays at one of these welfare hotel kind of places.
Sure.
And from the looks, when she gets on Pal Talk, there's one swinging light bulb over her head. It's like a jail cell.
I stayed in one of those hotels after we signed our big deal.
Oh, yeah, they gave us a choice. They were like, all right, we want to give you guys. Oh, remember these were the old days. Believe me, it was a thing. It was like, we'll give you guys a little perk. What do you want? And Ope wanted to be able to stay in the city for a few nights a week.
To get away from, and to make the commute easier.
Yeah.
You know, I was smart.
And I wanted him to pay for my parking.
That's right.
So I went for parking.
No, but this is a different story because it was actually the Park Central, which wasn't bad
at the time.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't fixed it up, but
it wasn't bad. It was doable. I'm talking about the hotel that was in Borat, the Wellington. I'll take a picture.
Oh, the Wellington.
I pass it every morning. I'll take a picture tomorrow morning. And we signed a really nice, our first big, like, wow, we're going to actually make money and we're going places.
Oh, the good old days.
And the paper was all over it. And we went out to celebrate. And for once, this wasn't my fault as far as, like, not giving a crap and being cheap and all. All the hotels were sold out because something was going on. I had to get a hotel at the Wellington, and I was drying my underwear on the radiator as I was reading about how we are, like, the next big thing in radio.
Yeah.
Well, because I didn't have clothes. I didn't know we were staying in that night because we were celebrating. I think you ended up going home, and I was like, wow, I'm going to stay. It's easier.
You washed your underwear in the sink?
Yeah.
Really?
Because I didn't have clothes. I should have went and got underwear, I guess, would have been
Dwayne
the move.
Reed.
Right.
I'll wear the same underwear 2-3 days in a row.
Hell no.
Why, do you sweat a lot?
Oh, my God. I could barely last a day in my underwear.
Really?
Yeah, I do some change-outs halfway through the day.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Got to change the clip halfway through.
Yeah, I have to. But I probably should have got underwear, but I think I was a little buzzed and a little hungover, too. So I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, I was, so I just drove home.
Yeah, so Aunt did the right thing and drove home. So I had nothing to sleep in. The hotel room was horrendous. I was right outside, I think, one of the letters that just kind of lit up all night long. One of those type of deals. Yeah. And I was in the bed completely nude as my stuff was drying on the radiator so I could wear it tomorrow.
Bed bugs.
And then I got up and I'm reading about how great we are in the paper the next day. I'm like, if they only knew.
Staying at one of those red neon signs blinking in your window hotels.
Yeah. All right, Dirtiest Hotel. This is the big get in the story. The whole reason why we're doing this. Because now, where we left you, it's a one-star hotel. They're living up to the standards. They don't believe they should be considered the dirtiest hotel. And then this little tidbit comes out.
Its reputation as a dump comes not just from grime, but also crime. 2 years ago, a cleaning woman found a woman's corpse stuffed in a garbage bag under a guest's bed. It happened in room...
Oh, in room...
237.
237, Doc.
You can't really defend your hotel at this point. You know that they were going to...
That's good.
What?
And he says, Opie, you staying at the hotel from Big? Were you crying when you heard the gunshot? You just start crying?
With the Spanish guys arguing outside the bathroom.
Outside, you put the pillow over your head. You're all afraid.
Look, it was a horrendous room, man. They might have made that place a little better. I don't know, though.
Yeah.
No idea. But here's the corpse story. They would have rented out this room again if the cleaning lady didn't find the corpse under the bed.
Stuffed in a garbage bag under a guest's bed. It happened in room 608, and you would think guests who know it happened here
False,
wouldn't
there is no
want to
room
stay in this
608.
Huh?
False.
Sometimes the complaints will be false.
It happened in room 608, and you would think guests who know it happened here wouldn't want to stay in this room. Not the case. It's actually in demand on All Souls Day.
Other guy will ask me, and then I said, oh, it's already booked. Somebody's already in there. Funny, I don't know, creepy.
Yeah, so now...
Creepy.
Well, then now the ghouls out there, they want to stay in that room. Oof. There's a whole society of people that like to stay in these rooms where horrific things happen.
Ghouls.
Whether it's ghosts or where people died.
There's a whole thing on online for dead MySpace pages. For dead people,
cool.
and murderers.
I can't even deal with
people that have killed other people. Yeah.
Nope.
Right. Whole thing like Dead Space or something. I think they call it.
No, thank you. Let's say hi to Skip, the trucker. Skip, what are you hauling?
Hey, we're hauling Coca-Cola today.
Nice.
Oh,
you got a nice load.
All American.
Yes, we do.
All right, what do you got there, Skip?
Oh, I was going to say, I don't remember ever hearing that King Jaffe Joffer ever infested the Waldorf Astoria.
Ha, take me.
Oh, could we play one of our favorite clips? We got to do a whole list of our favorite clips.
That dumb anchor.
Thank you, Skip.
Or Some news guy, whatever he was.
Somehow we're going to have to try to figure out our top 10 favorite clips.
That'd be tough.
This one it should be right up there, man.
Top 10 all-time clips. Wow, yeah.
At least in the last, whatever.
Tough one.
4 years would be good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Miller, that's got to be right up there.
Right up there. Miller.
The freaking leprechaun in the tree.
I don't know about the leprechaun in the tree. It was a good one, but not one of my... I think there's 10 better ones than that.
Is he like, take me to the Waldorf Astoria?
That's a good one, but I think that would be up there in the top 20.
For the rest of America, there's a local channel, New York One. Ugh, they're lame.
Yeah.
And they were doing some kind of report, and this is what happened. The guy... hold on. I guess it needs a better setup. The reporter was trying to have a little fun with whatever story he was doing. Threw out a little line from Coming to America, and the guy back in the studio just left him hanging.
He bombed.
Yeah, the reporter certainly bombed, but the guy in the studio could have helped him along a little bit.
Left him hanging
there. It's just great.
So that's what's happening, but the big story is traffic, Pat. You know, and every time I think of the Waldorf Astoria and I think of world leaders, I think of Coming to America. When James Earl Jones he's Eddie Murphy.
Well, we want to dissect this? Yeah.
A little bit.
Go back a little bit.
He started losing it right there. He couldn't really remember. No confidence. Now he's got no confidence. He's rolling into this, stuttering.
He doesn't understand the concept of punching out.
No. This is just going bad now, right from the start.
See, if you could say punching out, you could save yourself.
And it's
Two geese just flew into his mouth.
Right.
It's almost like he sensed it was about to bomb because
yes,
he should have cut it at it's like James Earl Jones and Coming to America, and it seems like he meant to cut it there, but then decided to explain it, and and then it turned into a riff. It's just
tragic.
It was a hard. You could almost feel him peeling his skin off like an onion layer.
This is a slow motion wreck footage, like when they do the crash test dummies into a wall.
Because he tried to explain the joke before. Could you just play the thing?
We'll go back a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Story is traffic, Pat. You know, and every time I think of the Waldorf Astoria and I think of world leaders, I think of Coming to America. When
right there, he should have cut it. He should have just cut it because he thought the guy would.
He waited for a reaction. He waited for his guy to go, yeah, and he went a little pause. He just lost it.
Yeah.
Oh. When James Earl Jones came to find Eddie Murphy, and he's like, "Where is Hakeem? Take me to the Waldorf Astoria." And that's where I guess the president gets. So where else is he meet with world leaders other than the Waldorf Astoria? Makes sense, right?
Yeah. Foreign policy for the masses, I guess it is, Roger, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've boiled it all down. Presidents are busy with meetings. Waldorf Astoria is a good place to meet.
Chock full of information.
And of course we know the traffic restrictions. Well, we're going to put all this traffic information on our website as well because it's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roger, thank you.
It is one of my favorite.
It's great.
Clips. I just realized how great that is.
In all fairness to the anchor, he definitely was sitting there going, "Wow, I can't make anything of this."
Yeah.
He's like,
he answers with,
yeah.
Did you hear the anchor smack his face? Because the anchor said, foreign policy for the masses.
For the masses, yeah.
Meaning, I guess you just explained it for everyone, dummy.
Yeah.
Like, and then he lists the childish things he's done. I forget, he just listed a couple of things that the guy did wrong. Like that was just really dumb.
Nice.
Fantastic. Okay, that clip is in my top 10 now. The uncomfortable pause and then, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we're talking about Obama a lot this morning.
Barry Hussein?
Well, yeah, you call him Barry.
I call him Barry Hussein.
I call him Barack Obama.
Wow.
We got a new bit. It's sort of a take on an old bit, but it's called "What Other Radio Shows Are Doing," and they got a Barack Obama bit.
Oh,
yeah, and it's Barack Obama and American Idol, so this has got to be great.
Stop.
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't we think of this? That's a great idea.
It makes us mad.
God.
Up next, what other radio shows are doing? Stay there. Opie and Anthony. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. Thank you. We appreciate that. Who were the first 5 members of the Baseball Hall of Fame? Something to think about. Happened 73 years ago today.
I know what the first one was, but I don't know.
You think you get a couple of these?
The first one was Ty Cobb.
Ty's in there. Very good.
I don't know.
What?
Double day after double day?
What?
The
Double day?
No?
Ugh.
No?
That's a no then.
No.
I'm going to guess Hannes Wagner.
Jimmy's got 2 out of the 5. Keep going.
I'm going to guess...
You should get at least one more of these.
Yes, I will. Cy Young.
Oof. Should be Cy Young, but no.
Yeah, it should be. Most wins. He has the only unbreakable record in baseball. Okay, so no Cy Young. Was there a guy, Nellie Fox?
Oh, Nellie Fox. What happened?
It's too late now. Let me just tell you what's happening here.
Yeah, I'm all confused.
I thought I'd be funny and try to throw in that guy, the first black baseball player.
Oh, Pumpsy Green.
Thank you.
Pumpsy Green.
So I call over Sam first, off mic, and I go, what's the name of that guy? Because I just wanted to throw in Pumpsy Green.
Yeah.
And Sam's like, Danny. So Danny comes over, and the three of us are looking at each other like with our arms up. We have no idea like what the guy's name is.
Take me to the Waldorf Astoria.
Thank God I didn't blurt it out, thinking it was going to come to me in the sentence.
You can't forget about Pumpsy Green.
Apparently I did. Apparently everyone did.
Like I was on my way out of the studio into the back office, so I wasn't even sure what was going on. So he just goes, "Who's that black guy from Boston?" And I was about to be like, "Patrice." Like, what are you talking about?
Like not even close to what's going on.
Oh my
He was
God.
the first black Red Sox
Yes.
player.
Pumpsy Green. I always forget his name.
All right, going back to the Hall of Fame, the first 5.
So hold on, let's guess now because I'm surprised Cy Young is not there. We got Hannes Wagner. We got
Ty Cobb.
Ty Cobb. I'm trying to think of who that catcher was that he pitched to. Was Jimmy something one of the first 5?
Norden?
You're missing the very obvious one.
I always said Babe Ruth, but I mean
Babe Ruth.
Oh, he was one. Okay,
Of
I wasn't
course.
sure if he was still playing when that was 1936.
73
Lou
years
Gehrig?
ago, 30. Lou Gehrig. You're out of this one.
Gehrig's a good guess.
No.
Take a seat on the bench.
All right, so Babe,
You've done good, but we got to rest you. We got to rest you for the fourth quarter. You
All
just
right.
hang out.
Could I use your phone sound effect then?
Yeah, you can. I was just boring you. All right. No, that's mine. Come on. That's my bit.
Babe Ruth.
I get a couple bits here.
Honus Wagner, Ty Cobb.
Yes. Babe Ruth. You got 3 out of the 5. And the other 2, I do believe, are. Oof. Wow.
How about?
I think they're pitchers.
Give me a first name. How about a first name on one?
Christie.
Mike, do you know it? I don't know it.
Yeah, when you say Christie, it's got to be
Brinkley!
Matheson or Matheson.
Christy Cream.
Christy Mathewson or something like that.
Okay.
And we'll
First
move on.
name?
And, Walter.
Oh, God, Johnson.
Yeah, there you go. Those were the first 5.
Water.
Someone out there like that, Ant.
I didn't know that.
Cy Young had 511 wins, I think.
Yeah. I don't know.
They name an award after him. Who cares?
They did?
Right? Cy Young Award.
Of course they did.
Cy Young was the year after.
Ah.
37.
Second season.
Yes.
But they put in that was he a wife beater, that Ty Cobb? He was
Ty Cobb
he was a
was
nasty
an
man.
everything beater.
He beat up everything.
Ty Cobb was a horrible racist.
Yeah.
I think he was a Demerol addict.
Yeah.
He was tremendously big into stocks. He's going, Stumpy, invest in Coke. It's going into cans. He was great. Ty Cobb was I want a Cobb jersey because he was such a brutal guy.
He was a bad boy.
You can't find a Detroit Tigers. I want just a Cobb jersey.
Yeah, he would beat up his own breakfast before he he was just not a nice
Sounds
guy.
fantastic.
There was a story of him hitting a black guy who was like who worked at the field or something like that, who just said like, good morning, Mr. He said hello
How
to
dare he talk to Ty Cobb.
He said hello to Ty in a way that was too familiar that only white men should say hello. It was some offense
Yeah.
that you're like, wow, what a boob this guy was. He was a really bad guy.
Who, the guy that said hi, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Should have known better.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Speaking of Barack, I think it's time to do what are other radio shows doing.
I'm curious to know what they're doing.
We're going to try to get this bit off the ground because we had so much fun with Jocktober.
Yes.
We rested the bit for a while, but now I think we need to bring it back on an every once in a while basis.
Mm-hmm.
So Sam's listening to other radio shows, and he found a terrific bit that really needs some airplay, right?
Well, yeah, I felt like my show prep was slipping lately, and so I started going to more of the show prep websites to kind of get myself ramped up again, and found a really funny bit for you guys to play today.
Sometimes you got to kind of look outside yourself like that.
Yeah.
You know, if you're just complacent with your own talents and what you do, you might be missing out.
Exactly.
So look at other people, what they're doing.
I'm not too big to say there are funnier and more creative people out there than me, like the people on this website that make these things for us.
Hell, I can't wait.
Hey, I want more Ty Cobb info, too, because one guy, Alex in Buffalo, we're going to continue with this Sam thing. There's a myth, and I want to know if this is true, that Ty Cobb killed the guy with a baseball bat and then hit a home run.
Just for snoring.
And then hit a home run with the same bat the next day.
That's probably nonsense. But he did.
Who knows, though?
Wow.
His mother did murder his father.
Wow.
And I believe it was, there was different reports where Ty had to back her up in court. But I think what was happening was, Robert Wool played the guy who wrote his biography, who hung out with him. And I think the real story that Ty eventually told him was that his father suspected his mother was cheating, so he came home and caught her. And maybe it wasn't the mother who shot him. Maybe it was the lover who shot the father. But Ty said,
took the Kaiser blade.
Poor little feller. I think that Ty said the last thing my father saw was the man who was effing his wife.
Wow.
Before he was shot.
Oh.
I think that was, he had some horrible childhood trauma.
Guess you got to give him a little leeway.
Yeah, the Georgia Peach. And the greatest quote about basketball ever.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe it, if it was 2006, it's all I'd want to do is play it.
Got to play it a little safer, though.
Have to hear that one.
Now I'm curious. All right.
If we played that, I'd fire me.
Now I got to read it online, at least. They get the quote online, so you get our reaction when we read it. All right, so the bit, it's what other radio shows are doing.
Do the bit!
Sam found Obama cancels American Idol because... Because why?
Well, you see, Obama has a thing about stopping torture. And
right.
Some people are like, because American Idol's hot right now, Obama's hot right now, so we're going to combine the two and say...
Combine.
Right.
The two together.
Those auditions, the bad ones that you have to listen to when you're watching the tryout shows, are just like...
Would be considered torture.
Just like waterboarding.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's take a listen here.
This week on American Idol, you'll never guess who shows up.
Hello.
Barack Obama, what are you doing here?
So sorry, Simon, Randy, Paula, new judge. I'm gonna have to shut you down. See, we banned torture, and that's what listening to these bad auditions is. We need to stop the butchering of Mariah Carey's songs.
You can't shut us down. We're the #1 show on the telly.
I can and I will. I won the election. And Simon, I'm getting tough on immigration. You're being deported.
That's Barack Obama on American Idol. This week on Fox.
Do the bit! Do the bit! Do the bit!
That's good, though. How'd they get Obama to voice that and Simon?
Oh, my God. I don't even know what to say after that.
I was going to ask how they got Jesse Jackson to voice it.
Yeah.
But a lot of the subtleties, if you pay attention, like...
Yes, Sam, go ahead.
You know Simon's the British one.
Right.
Yeah.
They call it telly.
Oh,
that's why, because if you listen closely, he says
I did notice that on the telly.
Didn't catch that.
Yeah,
we're the biggest show on the telly.
Right, and it's like, remember, he's British.
We wouldn't say that here in America.
No, but we're not British.
No.
We're American.
It's that subtle stuff that really is what brings that bit home.
That's why you get 2 or 3 listens out of it to, really get the...
Oh, they play that like, hey, and people are just clamoring for the Obama American Idol bit.
So this isn't an individual station. This is something that a lot of stations are
many stations.
Wow, we definitely got to try harder.
I want to know who.
We got some competition out there.
I want to know who is
Please list the stations that are playing that horrendous bit
and playing that bit seriously. Maybe we just debuted it.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope so, because I'd hate to think anyone in this business is playing that, but I know better.
Not only are they playing it, but they're taking credit for it as if they made it themselves.
Yeah, that's what these.
That's what they do.
They do with the show prep.
Wow, that was a hunk of like I have never heard.
But they got the British accent down.
They did.
Yeah, they sure did.
It sounded just like him. Yeah, it was amazing.
All right, thanks, Sam.
My pleasure.
Look forward to another one of those.
What are other radio shows doing?
Something like that, yeah. We'll work on the name a little bit.
I kind of like it. Well, it rolls right off the tongue.
What other radio shows are doing? I like that.
It's catchy.
Yeah. Like, what's the haps?
Well, nothing's that catchy.
That's true.
What happened to What's the Haps?
Nothing's haps.
Yeah, nothing's happening because it's cold outside and nobody likes to stop and talk to people when it's cold outside.
They just say it's cold.
Good one. Let's go to Mike in Reno. Just to watch him
die.
Yes, Mike.
Hey, I was calling to tell you boys that Ty Cobb used to sit on the top step of the dugout and sharpen his cleats to scare the infielders on the other team.
Yes, he would sharpen them, and he would slide really, really in a way to really stab somebody with his spikes.
What an ass.
Ty Cobb ruled.
Yeah.
How did he die?
Well, one more thing. Jimmy, happy birthday.
Thank you. I think he died of old age. I mean, he was hooked on, it might have been morphine he was hooked on.
Wow.
He was injecting something into his stomach. He had cancer.
Ty Cobb's ugliest scandal. The Georgia Peach once beat a heckling fan who had no hands.
No way.
I'm telling you, this guy rolls. He was a bad.
Wow.
Yeah, you want to read this?
Yeah,
one,
sure, man. In May of 1912, at New York's Highlander Park, the Detroit Tigers are playing the hometown New York Highlanders. In the stands behind home plate, it was a Highlander fan named Claude Luker who was giving Detroit's Ty Cobb a tough time, a really tough time. According to spectators who were there, Luker hurled insults and epithets at Cobb every time the Georgia Peach came to the plate. By the end of the fifth inning, Cobb warned the Highlanders manager and the umpires that if the man wasn't ejected from the game, there was going to be some serious trouble.
Oh, no.
Nothing was done to the rambunctious fan. So when he called the notoriously racist Cobb a half in the bottom of the sixth inning, the ferocious outfielder climbed into the crowded stands, leaped upon the man, and began beating him senseless. Other fans began pleading with Cobb to stop the physical attack because the foul-mouthed Mr. Luker had no hands. He had apparently lost them years earlier in an industrial accident. And the crowd pleaded, Ty responded as he pummeled the man, I don't care if he's got no feet. American League Commissioner Ban Johnson, who was at the game, immediately suspended Cobb indefinitely from baseball. In a surprise show of support from his teammates who did not exactly adore Cobb, the entire roster went on strike the next day and refused to play unless Cobb was allowed to return to the team. The commissioner told Detroit's owner, Frank Sinatra, that he would fine the team $5,000 for every game they refused to play. Sinatra pleaded with his players, but they simply would not budge.
Wow.
I would love to know.
Oh,
that's a great story.
Yeah, he was
flinging out the old "you're half N-word."
Boy, that's all it took to get Cobb into the stands.
Yeah.
He used to bat in a really weird way. He obviously has an over 400 average. I think it was a 406 lifetime average. I'm going to guess. And he would bat with his hands separated. He was a really great player.
Oh, really?
He has hands like instead of
touching your hands together on the bat.
Yeah, bottom pinky over top thumb and forefinger. He would have, I don't know how long of a separation. It almost looked like he was going to bunt, but not that far apart.
Yeah,
and he would just hit the ball that way.
He slapped a lot of base hits.
Yeah.
I don't think he didn't hit a lot of home runs.
No, he hated home runs. He thought they were awful.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Thought they were stupid. And a great quote on Babe Ruth. Well, he ran well for a fat man. that was his quote on Babe Ruth.
Put a set on him.
I love him.
People are saying he died of a codeine overdose.
Oh, was it? It was codeine that he's hooked on? Morphine. Over 2 I was.
Blue Healer is usually good for some knowledge stuff.
Yeah, he was in his 70s. He was old.
That's old for back when he died.
Yeah.
Not a lot of guys living past 70 back in Ty Cobb's time. All right, we'll take a break. We still got a lot to do. We're still looking over the stimulus package that's going through Washington there.
I'm not too stimulus.
There's some good things on this thing. We'll explain next. You got more too, Stump Brain?
Yes, sir.
All right, get me some more. And we got more on Joe Torre, his book. Wow. I'm really surprised Joe Torre's talking like this. Really surprised. But he is. He's got a new book coming out. We got some more of the stuff he's talking about in his book. And I got to talk about the post office going down to 5 days a week and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony. That's right. You got that right. Opie and Anthony. We're going to go over the stimulus thing in a second here.
Stimulus.
Yeah. Jimmy's, what do you got over
Just
there, Jimmy?
for tomorrow morning, the Artie Lang show with myself and Artie doing the Tower Theater February 21st. Tomorrow morning that goes on sale. That's on livenation.com. And tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. It's near Philadelphia. Me and Artie doing the Tower Theater. That will probably sell very well. So if you want tickets,
I'm certain.
Go tomorrow morning to livenation.com.
Ooh.
Very good.
Won't be having no salty language at that show.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
That's the new Jim Norton.
I hate the new Jim Norton.
I don't go for the salty stuff.
Nah.
That's the new Jim Norton.
I found Jesus.
Yeah.
That'd be like the worst thing if you found Jesus and just started doing like your comedy, but it was all
But you don't tell anyone.
Jesus-based.
You want them to find out slowly.
Oh, you thought it was funny?
Yeah, if I didn't understand where the joke should be.
Yeah.
And if I was like, and the plane was crashing and everyone lived, bless his name.
Now, that's funny.
Yeah. Two heathens walk into a bar. They own it.
Oh, what a disaster that would be. Please never do that.
Well, I think people would like it.
I think he should do that.
He recites footprints.
Yeah.
Footprints in the sand.
Well, the stimulus package.
Oh, my goodness.
We're all trying to decipher this, aren't we now?
Well,
first of all, it's 647 pages.
Yeah, that's
when I hear about these things in Washington, and it's like, well, it's 647 pages, and you're hoping that the people down there do the right thing. Who's reading 647 pages of this?
Yeah,
for real.
It's business as usual. This is the transparency that Obama was talking about. This is what you're supposed to get along with nonpartisan. All the crap that he preached within days. I'm just seeing right through it. Mm-hmm. That's the transparency. You can see right through him now. Please.
Well, Anthony,
disgusted.
Just like everyone else, we're kind of deciphering this thing for everybody, for the people out there.
Yes.
And I'm learning this morning that $25 million of this will go to new ATV trails.
$25 million
for new ATV
are going
trails.
to new all-terrain vehicle trails.
Yes.
How is that helping the economy? I guess you have to build a trail. Anytime I've been on an ATV,
you make your own trail. That's the fun of the whole ATV experience.
You're kind of exploring.
Yeah, when you get on a real trail, you're like, boring.
Oh my!
Let's make some new ones. Well, then you got $650 million going toward digital TV coupons. What's that about?
Oh, well, that's for the poor people.
Yeah, that's to subsidize those converter boxes for the DTV conversion, so everybody can get all the new channels.
I'm not even, that it shouldn't be in the stimulus package. It should just be something that's completely separate. Mm-hmm. But, I guess people need their TVs, and not everybody has cable or satellite, so if you still have an antenna, you're going to be left out in the cold without any television. So I don't even have a problem with that, with spending, the government spending money to allow people to watch TV, but not in the stimulus package. Sorry.
Well, you can't really call it a stimulus package if most of this stuff isn't going to take effect for what? A couple of years, right?
Yeah, there's
none of this is going to go into effect anytime soon. We're going to notice this in the next year and the year after, I do believe.
3% of this will hit in the next 12 months, and the majority of it 3%. Hits in 2010 and 2011.
But we need help now.
Yeah, that's set up for the election cycles.
$400 million, Anthony, for the National Endowment for the Arts.
The arts. Well, that's what they love, too, is financing things like the crucifix in a jar of urine.
Well, the NEA is another one.
Yeah.
They want to be able to do whatever they want to do and call it art. I guess, I don't know. Where do you not sound like a cranky old man when you're talking about art? It's really a tough one.
Oh, it is. I don't mind what you do. I don't care if you want to urinate in a jar and then put a crucifix in it and call it art. It doesn't bother me. I'm not one of these, like, or the Virgin Mary made out of elephant dung was another one that there was a big problem with when they put them on display. I don't care what you want to call art or what you want to make, but I don't want to pay for it. That's the big thing. I don't want to pay for it.
There's a lot of little youngsters out there that want to be doing their toodly-doodly-doo thing.
Pick up a paintbrush and some paint and watch Bob Ross. I want to be an artist.
Greg Brady's leftovers from Whackbag. F. In capital letters. F. I love you, Aunt. But your hatred for President Obama is mother effing maddening.
What?
Can we give him a year or so to get things turned around?
I told you before, I gave him 2 years during the campaign that started 2 years ago. What, 2 years? Mm-hmm. But, and I've seen his platform. I see what he's done. I've seen him sidestep scandal with people he knows, and I've seen the press treat this guy like the Pope, and he's Teflon over the past 2 years whenever anything's gotten in his way. So, no. I'm not going to give him time.
What do you mean,
I know
no?
what he's about.
What do you mean, no? You can't just say no.
I'm not going to give him time. Why would I give him time if you know what he's all about already?
Give him a little wiggling room.
He's a socialist.
How about a little wiggling room?
No wiggle. I don't want to wiggle. I don't want to wiggle with Obama.
When are you going to be on Hannity?
I want to be on Hannity so bad.
Go. We don't always have to do things together. You go do Hannity.
I will do Hannity.
Make that call
immediately then, please.
Make that call.
Okay.
They always try to book us together. Screw that. You go and do Hannity. I insist.
Book me on Hannity. I would love it. I will be hated. People will...
Call Hannity right now.
He will get more hate mail from me being on there. And not because, I'm a shock jock or anything.
Right.
Just my point of view is very caustic.
Right.
And I think a lot of liberals would not enjoy what I had to say.
Yeah.
I watch his show pretty much nightly, and I like that segment where they have the panel.
Mm-hmm.
And last night I was just watching it, just chomping at the bit to start yelling.
See, we need to, you go and do that, and I'll go do, Cities of the Underworld.
Ooh. You go check out some tombs?
Yeah. I hate when they book us together. You need to do Hannity.
All right.
Let's start there. I'm pushing you. Do Hannity.
I will do Hannity. I got to, wow, I got to cut my hair.
You
go on like you, like this.
You.
Dress like a soldier.
Yeah. In Kevlar in a remote location.
Right.
Yeah. Deep in his bunker.
Anthony refuses to leave his house, so we have to set this up this way. I would love to see you on Hannity.
Oh, I would too.
All right, E-Rock's making the call because we do have a Hannity connection. Maybe we could even get him on the phone. Let's broker the deal right now.
Yeah,
live on our show.
Let's do it.
And maybe I could. My friend Ann emailed me again a nice thing.
Ann Coulter.
Yeah, she mentioned me to Hannity. She's very sweet to me, and so if you want to talk to Ann, you can talk to Sean. But if I can use my power, my connections to help you.
Perfect.
You hold your Republicans in your pockets like so many nickels and dimes.
Yes, if you hold these pundits in your pockets like so, surely you can let us wet our beaks.
Wet our beaks.
Yeah, Anthony's gonna be on Hannity. We're gonna make that happen.
It should happen. Hannity loves you guys, man.
20 million. I don't have any time for Hannity. $20 million. I like him too, but what am I doing on that show? $20 million for National Mall lawn. So that's true. $20 million to what?
Yeah, it got knocked down from $200 million. They were going to redo the whole
resod it.
They're going to resod.
Why does it take that much money to resod?
It's huge.
That's where I'm at.
They just had 2 million people walking on it.
They're probably looking at it like the stimulus part is the jobs it will create. I mean, it's amazing how. And I didn't like Rush's point when he was rebutting when they were attacking them because one of the people who were given a bailout were going to use the money to refurbish the office or redo the office. And he said, well, won't they have to pay for furniture? Won't they have to hire a worker? It's almost like that's crap. You can't justify extravagance when the taxpayers are bailing you out by going, well, technically employees will have to do this. You know what I mean? It's like $20 million or $200 million to refurbish a lawn. Just because you'll have to pay workers to refurbish the lawn is not a good enough reason.
No.
I didn't like Rush's explanation on that either.
It's not. I don't know. I honestly think I liked Rush's idea about cutting taxes on the upper end of businesses. And I'm not talking about me or anything. I'm just capital gains taxes. Cut those to all-time lows. Then you get people reinvesting in the country. And trickles down. Trickle down works. Trickle up doesn't work.
It doesn't?
No. Trickle up poverty.
Hey, what do we got?
I left the message for him.
All right, let's broker it. I mean, I want him on the phone in minutes here, and I want to book Anthony on the show.
Okay.
We're pushing Anthony out the door. He needs to do Hannity.
Too.
Use the N-word a lot. He loves that.
What?
He loves that.
Don't even say that. I would never.
He loves that.
He knows I'm responsible when I have to be.
Wasn't he the one that said he's never even thought of the word before?
He's in a position where he can't.
I understand, but that's just silly.
That way.
We all think
in
things.
That way.
We all think horrific things.
I mean, when somebody wrongs you, you instantly want the worst for them. So if it's only name calling, it's going to be the worst name possible.
Mm-hmm.
So you do kind of get into that mode where you're just primal. You know,
it's almost like if you're standing there and some really rude fat lady steps on your foot and doesn't apologize, you're not going to go, "God damn you and your short hair and yellow pants."
Yeah.
You're going to go, "You fat bitch."
Yeah, and it's not just going to be, "Wow, she was rude for stepping on my foot." Like, anyone is going to go, "Oh, my God, you slob." It's a human reaction.
Absolutely.
People are so quick to just dismiss their humanity, their basic instincts. We have ingrained in us, like dogs and cats and everything else, certain things that are just instinctive that we do as human beings. And one of them is, when we get angry, we seem to lash out a bit.
We say horrific things.
And we at least think them. You know?
Unless you're a God-fearing Christian.
No, even them.
Yeah.
Even them. They're the biggest hypocrites.
I agree, Ed.
And the hippiest crits I ever saw.
Well, hold on. Now I'm going to take issue with that. I don't think that's the type of talk we need here. We can have fun and still keep it Christian.
Oh, no.
No.
It's Christian Jimmy.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? Praise his name.
Praise his name.
Oh, no.
I hate Christian Jimmy.
Well, I want to have a fun show that anyone can tune into with their family.
Oh, my God.
Christian Jimmy stinks.
Well, you know what really stinks?
What?
The sulfur odor coming out of hell, packed with people like you. Praise his name.
Praise his name. Can we have some religious music when we talk to Christian?
Stinks. Hate him.
Christian Jimmy.
I don't know.
Why not?
I guess I shouldn't have hatred in my heart, but I do for Christian Jimmy.
I tolerate needs to be saved Gregory and needs to be saved Anthony.
Whoa!
Needs to be saved from what?
I'm doing my own saving.
From yourself.
From ourselves?
Yeah.
Why? We're doing well. I think I'm a nice person, generally speaking. We do a show that's a little controversial, but, I mean, we don't have to go to the extreme of just being like you.
Well, he's forgiven you for 2002, praise his name.
Born again Ted.
I hate praise his name.
Why? That's true, because you're too busy praising the name of Joe Consumer and of product buyer. You should praise the name of he who makes it all possible.
The almighty dollar is...
That's right. That's who you worship. The Church of the Almighty Dollar. Well, I've given up my membership to that church. That's right.
Think this is going to hurt ticket sales?
I've joined the Good Lord University, and that's where I get my education. Praise his name.
Praise his name. Oh, good God.
Christian Jimmy's going to be playing a lot of empty houses.
I don't think so. You make it seem like God-fearing people don't enjoy a good laugh. Yes, we do.
Well, good luck to you.
Yes, we do.
I can't quite see you playing a club and doing your act.
There's a great amount of humor in letters from Paul to the Corinthians and in the parables. There's much hidden humor.
Oh, yeah. You got just hymn after hymn of funny stuff you could say on stage.
You sure do.
Yes. Praise
his
name.
That's what I like to hear. That's a radio program.
It's That's wonderful. Christian Jimmy.
God, are we going to hate that? I'm going to hate that one.
I know he's going to catch me off guard being Christian Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'll look at him and going to answer seriously. And
Well, it's not me speaking. I'm simply a vessel. I simply convey a message.
For who?
Praise his name.
Oh, okay. Doesn't even have to say his name. No. Praise it.
I'll stick with my own.
I don't like Om. It's the scary church.
Yeah.
That's that scary church.
Don't
stuff.
put religion in it.
Ooh.
You're just becoming one with yourself.
Do you when you meditate? Do you
I just started this thing. I don't know what I do yet. I kind of like.
No, you don't.
Oh, everyone else is. Oh, and I'm like.
What is that?
I think it helps block. I'm guessing it helps block
your sinuses.
No, I'm thinking. I'm thinking for the pagan idolaters who do that. It's somehow
Christian Jimmy.
It somehow probably does block you. They say when you meditate, you're not supposed to have thoughts.
Yeah.
When I meditate, I just let him flow through me.
Fill you.
Capitalize the H. Praise his name.
I wasn't sure I wanted to bring this to the show, but what the hell? The other day, as I was like in the middle of like a little like self-help and doing some other things, my bare feet ended up
oh no,
on the very large, warm boobies of a 70-year-old woman.
What? What are you doing? How did that happen?
It was quite comforting in a very strange way. But I was being shown something, and my bare tootsies were on a very large pair of 70-year-old warm
How
boobies.
much of your feet and for how long?
The entire bottoms of them, because they're very big boobies, and they were quite warm.
How long were you there?
What, in that position?
Yeah, like with your feet touching old lady boobs.
It felt like an eternity, but it made me feel like I was back in the womb.
Oh, God.
Well, it should have made you feel like you were headed to HE double hockey sticks and a handbasket.
Hey.
Praise his name.
Yeah.
The language.
That's where you're headed with talk like that.
Hades.
Giant breasts on a retarded girl in Bill Cox's outfit.
That, my friends, is a true story.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Were they wrinkly? Of course they were. She's 70.
Honestly, they were.
Half of that was probably her neck. You didn't know.
They were right. They felt nice and warm and cushy. Warm and cushy.
Did she mind?
No.
She was dead.
And my wife didn't mind either. It's all good. And the last night, headstands.
Headstand. I don't know what you're doing. And they all call me weird.
At least I'm working on myself. What are you doing to work on yourself?
I work on myself. Oh, my God.
It might not.
I am a complete lunatic.
But are you working on things?
Being crazy.
Trying to make yourself a better person.
A better person?
I mean, maybe I'm taking a strange path, but I'm trying at least.
You kung fu? You're like Kane from Kung Fu.
I don't know. Your goal is now just take a dump on a piece of rice paper without breaking it.
I'm going to walk the earth.
Picture a candle. Ooh, and the candle pops right into your head.
Really?
Picture a rose. Wow, I got the rose in my head now.
Yeah, it's called mental pictures. I've done it since I was a kid.
Yeah. Picture both of them together, and then picture the fire department fishing you out from under a bed because the rose was flammable. You had a bunch of them with flames.
People are saying, Opie, you're right. You shouldn't have shared that.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Now Danny has to show me old boobs. Stop.
Look what happens to boobs when women get old. That is... Put that somewhere. Put that picture somewhere so people can enjoy it.
There's an old lady... short hair and giant glasses, and the tannest face I've ever seen. She looks like George Hamilton's head on a giant old pair of breasts. She's atrocious.
You can't describe those breasts. They are completely deflated.
That's what you got to look forward to, all you guys out there that like the big boobies.
Gravity. Wow.
I turned the corner on that. I don't need the big boobies anymore. I think I'm getting... well, that's a while ago, though.
Yeah, you used to be into that.
I think every guy starts with big boobies.
Never.
You were never into big boobies.
Never.
Really, Jimmy?
Never.
Big boobies? One time in your life? I'm not talking now. Like, I think
I don't care how big the rack is. I want to just put my face in it and make animal noises.
Oh God, we're in silly time. Which
No,
is fine.
it's
You were never into big boobies?
No,
ever?
no, it's all about proportion.
Yeah, but I'm talking like when you were 12 or 13 when you didn't know.
Never.
You didn't even know any better.
I was.
You didn't even know that fat came with big boobies. You just knew big boobies ruled.
I was always into girls my own age. So when I was that age, I was just into girls that were my age.
Mm-hmm.
So I never was into, like, at 12 and 13, looking at women with giant racks. Like, it just didn't do me any, you know. It was too much like a parent or a teacher or something that
matronly.
Matronly, yes, matronly.
But didn't you like a certain part on a girl?
Yeah, I liked it
We
all.
all go through that.
I liked it all, but it was I was more of an ass guy, you know. I liked the girl's nice ass when I was growing up.
Do you ever go grazing in the hallway? It's called frottage, where you bump your knuckles into the back of her ass cheeks, and then you go home and you just scrap thinking about it.
So dirty.
The greatest.
Like kid rape.
Dude,
it's like when you're a kid, not kid rape, don't get me wrong. It's like what you would equate to committing a crime.
We thought we were cool because we did ETs, we called them.
Yeah. Oh, elbow.
Yeah.
Dude, and we thought we were the coolest dudes. Me and my stupid little nerdy gang, because you know I hung out with more nerds than anything. And we would get a little ET, the elbow blank, and we would like think it was like we were like the man.
But driving,
I just got an ET.
But driving a bone into a saw, you can't. Your elbow has no feeling.
Yeah,
I understand. It was more of a brushing thing, like crowded hallways and stuff. And then you would report back to your gang. Oh, I got a bunch of ETs going to 6th period class.
That's why.
Just so nerdy, man.
That's why we had talked about it many times. But that's why square dancing was so cool when they did that in gym class, because it was like full contact on a girl. Mm-hmm. So you know, when certain square dance things you got to do, you had to put your hand around the girl's waist. You kind of hold her hand.
Sure.
And that was so sexual as a kid. I would just start breathing heavy, just like grabbing a girl's waist like that at like a young age when you're like 10.
That was hardcore
in
action.
school.
For that age.
That accordion door in the gym opened up and it was like, oh.
We get to touch girls.
Yeah, and the girls come over and you pair off, and then you know, you're touching girls. Swing your partner, promenade, and then you put your hand in front, your hand on her like hip. I swear I would breathe heavy. I get so worked up just because you're touching a girl. It was wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we can continue with this and more on the stimulus package because we're really deciphering it. There's some great ones coming up. The sexually transmitted disease one.
Oh yeah.
And other ones that are in the stimulus package that will drive Anthony a bit nutty today. Opie and Anthony, stay there. I'm liking the show today, man. Having a good time. Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton. More Ty Cobb stuff.
Oh, dude, that's brutal.
Oh my God, it's
you never know where this show's going to go. It was just a dumb little thing that was in the news, I guess, today. First 5 members of the Baseball Hall of Fame announced 73 years ago today. For the people that care, it was Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Honus Wagner, Christy Mathewson, Walter Johnson. And then we just started talking about Ty Cobb and how much of a dick this guy was. We had the great story about how he beat up a fan because the fan was harassing him and called him a half a blank because Ty Cobb was racist, so he kind of threw it back in his face.
And then called him a derogatory name for an African American.
Oh, yeah.
And
so
called
Ty Cobb
half an N.
Beat the crap out of the guy, even though the guy had no hands. And now we're getting more Ty Cobb knowledge. You got some favorites here, Jimmy?
All of them.
All of them? Really?
It's impossible to convey these.
Yeah. Oh, the last one is amazing. You see the last little...
Oh, yeah, the little blurb.
That doesn't say a lot.
Only 4 people from baseball attended Cobb's funeral. He was, at that time, undoubtedly the greatest player ever. I mean, he was,
he was
hitter.
the guy.
4 people from baseball.
Mm-hmm. Which ones are worth... I didn't get to read these. Are we going to read
You really
them all?
can't. There's no way you can...
They're all brutal?
Yeah. They're too brutal.
And you want to try one?
Because, you know what it is? It's not... They're so brutal that it's not funny unless you can say the brutality. But you can't even say it.
Well, the one in 1912, we could start there. In June of 1912, 3 men jumped Cobb and his wife in Detroit. Cobb pulled his gun, but it wouldn't fire. So he chased down one of the fleeing thieves and beat the man's face to an unrecognizable pulp with the butt of his pistol.
Pistol whipped.
Yes.
All the other ones are so racist. The chambermaid.
Well, can we do it somehow?
I
mean, this is history.
Let's see. In 1908, Cobb knocked down an African-American asphalt spreader who had accidentally spattered some tar on his trousers.
Mm-hmm.
The same year, the black newspaper, the Chicago Defender, reported Cobb had kicked a chambermaid down a flight of stairs after she objected to being called a...
Oh, my gosh.
In 1909, without provocation, Cobb slapped a black elevator operator at the Hotel Euclid in Cleveland. When the hotel detective, who was also black, intervened, Cobb pulled a knife and slashed him.
Jesus.
This guy...
How did this guy survive? You would think someone would have...
He was...
problem.
Yeah.
He slept with a loaded pistol under his pillow.
All right.
He was so afraid. And here it says, in spring training in 1907... Cumia, considered a racist by many.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Cobb fought a black groundskeeper over the condition of the Tigers' spring training field in Augusta, Georgia, and ended up choking the man's wife when she intervened.
What a maniac. Just a maniac.
Wow. Yep. I don't think I saw the Ty Cobb movie. I say I don't think.
Is this stuff in it?
No,
all this stuff should be in a Ty Cobb movie.
Well, him being a racist absolutely is in it.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones as an actor.
Oh, great.
I would for free just do the lines he got to do. He was really good as Ty Cobb. Robert Wool was okay as the guy Stumpy who played the reporter, who was again, Cobb wanted him to write his life, and the conflict was Cobb wanted it to be baseball is a game. He wanted it to be written like the great Ty Cobb.
Oh, boy.
I am the great Ty Cobb. And he was trying to dictate how this guy would write his biography.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, this guy's taking notes on how awful Ty Cobb is.
What a horrible human being.
Oh, he's just a racist, and he's terrible, and he's just rotten. And Cobb found his notes, and there was a big conflict. And
Cobb had no clue what an ass he was.
He didn't care.
Great.
Oh, no, he knew.
No, he knew.
He didn't care.
He just didn't care.
Oh, okay.
I
can appreciate that.
Well, glad you said it.
And he's in the Hall of Fame?
Ty Cobb, first guy.
And someone's saying, and Pete Rose can't get in.
Yeah, that's why this whole thing is ridiculous when they ban players from being in the Hall.
I was wrong.
Let them all in. Baseball's a dirty game.
You're right.
Always has been. Stop with the nonsense.
Dirty.
His lifetime average was 366, not over 400. That was Ted Williams' average. The last person with 400 was 406. That was my mistake.
Yeah.
Mike corrected me.
Ted Williams had him by a head. I can never think of Ted Williams anymore without thinking of that frozen head.
Yeah, well, let's just hope that he had a little repentance before he died. Praise his name.
Oh boy.
Christian Jimmy.
Yeah,
I almost used the Lord's name in vain when I said...
Yeah, you never know when he's going to pop up on
I
the
know.
show. Thank God he's here to keep everybody safe.
Oof. Saving our souls is what he's doing.
I'm looking for Anthony's clip. We've been talking about like our top 10 favorite clips of all time, and we might actually try to figure that out somehow. Maybe we put them online if people are going to do this, and really try hard and help us out. But this is the Ted Williams clip.
He said, well, we don't have to freeze his whole body. We can freeze his head.
His head.
To bring him back to life.
Yeah, you always think cryogenics is this thing where, they freeze your whole body and it's in a pristine condition and everything. Not true. For cheaper, they cut your head off and just freeze your head.
So in the end, you just need your brain.
And, they think that, if in the future they're able to get the essence of who you are out of your brain and put it in some kind of a different organism.
A new vessel.
Because no matter what they do with this freezing process, it just destroys the cells.
Yeah, of
anyway.
course. Of course.
So
let's just deal with it.
Good luck, Ty.
Let's just deal with it. We're going to have to die someday.
Ty. Good luck, Ted.
Ted.
Ted Williams.
I like to hit the old baseball every now and again. Unlike my friend Jolt Joe, who likes to hit the old baseball when his wife is holding it in her mouth. He likes to dip his fist in a Mr. Coffee and belt that mouthy snot.
Well, the baseball players, allegedly loving beating those wives of theirs.
Yeah. That's why I called him Joltin' Joe.
Yeah, how to jolt her all right.
He sure would. He'd jolt her right out of a Demerol dose.
Hit her in the face with a Mr. Coffee pot.
Yeah.
Hey, have we booked Anthony on Hannity yet? We're working on it. All right, let's go.
What?
Hannity listens when he's dropping his kids off to school. Give us a call, Sean.
Do it for next week, though.
Why next week?
Next week.
You need a haircut?
Yeah, I just got to get back into fighting shape here. I'm still, coughing, and my throat is a little.
All right.
Well, you get the topics the way it works. I've done Hannity. So
give me a little.
They email you the topics a little while before. Just so you have a little food.
Yes, good, great.
Yeah. More of the stimulus package, Anthony.
Yeah.
I'm going to just read some of the stuff that is in there. This is legitimate stuff. We probably could have done a radio bit and had some fun with this, but why do that when some of this stuff is fun in its own right? $335 million to control sexually transmitted diseases. The old STDs.
Let me ask you a question. And again, I know there's a lot of Democratic, pork. But how much, and I like the Pelosi, I like the abortion thing and the family planning thing. I really do. Even though that's a sacred cow to left, I like the fact that will to me save us money. That will save us a lot of money. Is how much do we spend a year on STDs for people that, and in health care for STDs? How much do we spend a year?
What?
I don't know.
Is going to be done about that? We do spend a lot. We already spend a lot on it. What is being done? There are people that do not, they get STDs. What do we need? Education? If you put that in there and that's dirty, you're going to get an STD. I don't understand. Like, where's all this money going?
Stay out of the dirt.
And again,
yeah.
It's an economic stimulus plan.
Yeah.
This shouldn't take precedent. It should not. It should be something else down the road. Right now, stimulate the economy. I don't care if someone's got the clap. Get some jobs out there. Jesus. Unbelievable.
$400 million for more global warming satellite monitoring systems.
This one of the biggest scams of this new century.
That's what Mr. Hannity says.
It is.
I don't know what to believe.
It is a giant scam, this whole going green thing and our carbon footprint and blah, 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 blah. Look at the industry during the Industrial Revolution. We were pumping out more crap than we are now as far as emissions go. We're as clean as we can be using fossil fuels. And until we get another form of energy, this is what we got. Should we be working on other stuff? Sure. But it's not going to happen tomorrow. So stop put more restrictions on things. What Obama is planning for the auto industry. Thank God the auto industry is doing so well these days because they could really afford to do a state-by-state emissions testing and qualifying. He wants to kind of put it in the state's hands. Like, how California has their own separate little emissions thing? It's the whole country, each state, to have their own little standards on emissions. So that, car manufacturers are going to have to put out 50 different types of emissions for every model vehicle that goes out for every separate state?
Or one which just covers the most extreme state.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is, put more restrictions on the automotive industry in this day where they're just in the crapper.
Honestly, I think the automotive industry could have probably moved a little bit faster on doing a lot of this stuff. So they deserve nothing. But I kind of like the fact that if we're bailing them out, we have the right or to say, you know what, this is what you're going to do if you want the money. And that's how everyone getting bailed out should be treated. You want the money so you don't go into the toilet? Fine. But this is what you're going to do for it.
Well, I like them being looked at and see if they're spending the money responsibly. If they're buying multi-million-dollar jets, that's a problem. But you can't have the government telling the auto industry how to work the auto industry. Obviously, there were problems in management, but you can't then have the government be now they know everything about the automotive industry and how to, retool a plant to put out different types of automobiles. It's ridiculous that the government's in everything now. They're in our banking. Now the government's bankers. They know how to do banking. They're going to know how to do run the automotive industry. They're going to know how to do mortgages. It's amazing what the government is going to get into.
But then
they should be monitored, but by people who know what they're doing.
Well, shouldn't these companies not go to the government begging for money then?
No other choice.
I mean, and if it's like with the auto industry, it's like, hey, look, the government runs NASA. I mean, I think that there's enough qualified people who could oversee it and see where they're making mistakes and where they're being just wasting money.
If you then want to appoint somebody that perhaps was a successful automotive executive to oversee how the automotive industry is using that money, then maybe. I don't know. I might be talking out my crack right now, too. Well, but it just gets me that he's putting a lot of restrictions on a business that's...
Talking about talking out of your crack, just an observation from Todd that's pretty good. I'm not saying you're one of these because I think you're more knowledgeable than the average Joe there, right?
I'll take a hit from anybody.
But Todd is nailing something here. Go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Anthony, what would you prefer? That we have McCain and Palin in? And talking about someone who's successful in the business, you probably voted for Bush twice. When's Bush ever been successful in any business?
I did vote for Bush.
Yep.
And I regretted it. I understood that I had made a mistake. But I wasn't going... no way was I voting for dummy.
Barack.
What?
No, not
Barack Obama.
Not Barack.
Yeah, Barack. Barry. So you don't even remember his first name anymore.
Carrie.
So who are you going to vote for?
No.
McCain.
No, who ran against Bush? Stupid friggin' John Kerry.
John Kerry.
Mr. Personality.
Yeah. I wasn't going to vote for him.
Yeah, he was a disaster, too.
So, it was one of those things. If they...
Who did you vote for?
What?
Who did you vote for? That's
Bush.
He said Bush.
I said Bush.
No.
This time around?
Election.
Oh, this time around McCain.
Oh, wow. So we can really take so basically...
Yeah, because I didn't want to vote for Obama. I'm an idiot. Right, okay.
No, but,
a lot of people voted for McCain, my friend.
Yeah.
It wasn't like...
just about 50-50. It was 53-47, pretty much.
But Well, now you have this guy as the president. Why don't you give him a chance? He's only been in office less than 2 weeks.
Do I have to say it again? I've listened to his policies for 2 years of a campaign that was way too goddamn long. I know what he's about. He's not going to get in office and change. He's already in the first few days signed into legislation. Crap. He signs a bill. He signs a bill that gives people an easier way to sue their employers for discrimination. That's what he does?
Oh, there you go.
That's what he did.
Come on, man. Forget about the race part.
Hey, jackass. That's what he did.
At the end of the day, we want America to succeed, right?
That's what he did. He used his time, his early days here. I'm looking at what he's doing, idiot. That's what I'm saying. I'm not just talking. I looked at what he did. He signed a bill that is going to make it easier for an employee to sue his employer for discrimination, like it isn't a piece of cake now that happens every day. And the stimulus package is full of garbage that he said would never be in any of his bills.
Hey, stupid, it's not just race.
It's not a race issue,
It's also gender and sexual orientation. God almighty, Todd, are you dumb?
Now I'm dumb.
Oh, yes, you are. Because it's not about Anthony saying anything about Obama's race or the racial issue. Suing for discrimination could be that you feel you're discriminated against
because you're a bitch.
Because of your gender or because of your sexual orientation. People use...
What the hell are you talking about, Jimmy?
What's that?
What are you talking about?
That could be discrimination, too.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Why do you instantly think discrimination is just race? Because you're a racist.
Anthony is kicking your teeth
racist.
in.
Everybody's a racist. Come on, if you're not a racist, I mean, look at the definition of racist. I mean, everybody is a racist.
Yeah, my
picture's right above it. It's not really a vulgar term.
All right,
what I'm saying is, if you want America to succeed, I mean, give the guy a chance.
No.
He's giving him a chance. He doesn't like his policies.
I don't like his policies.
Good point.
This is exactly where Rush Limbaugh fell into that thing, where it said, yeah, at least give him a chance, by saying he hopes he fails. Because
exactly. Okay.
because
it sounds like you're echoing his sentiment.
I am
true. It does sound.
I
like
am because his policies, if they succeed, will make this country a place that it's not supposed to be as America. As the country is supposed to be. It would be a socialist nation. So I do not want to see that either.
Well, if socialism works,
it doesn't.
It works. I mean, right now people are losing their jobs.
Name me a place. Name me a place where it works. Name me a country where socialism works. Go. Go.
Weren't you a union sheet metal worker?
Hey, Todd, answer his question.
I was a sheet metal worker. I union, not union. I didn't want to be in the union. I could care less about the union. I went to work and made my money.
Answer his question, Todd.
I'm not Mr. Rah-Rah union guy.
Okay.
Answer my question. Give me a socialist. Give me a successful, long-term socialist country. Go.
No, I couldn't even.
Thank you.
I couldn't even tell you.
Exactly.
It's the new
Even
socialism.
China had to go capitalist. Even China had to adopt capitalism to survive in this day and age. And now we're going to turn socialist with Barack Obama handing out his welfare tax rebate checks to people that don't pay taxes, giving a stimulus package that's full of pork.
With all your money, you're going to be walking down the street scared with your guns because there's other people out here are going to be starving, bro. I mean, come on. Give the guy a chance to at least
give him
put a little bit of money in
Give him a little shot at it.
I gave him a chance.
You're just saying the same thing, Todd.
During his campaigning.
You have no knowledge of what you're talking about. Ant has hit you with facts and what he doesn't like about what this guy's signing. No, hold on.
Don't back him up if you don't know what you're talking about.
I know what I'm talking about.
Back me up if I wasn't.
You're such a knee-jerk reactionary liberal. Like with Rush, what exactly did Rush Limbaugh say? What exactly did Rush say? No, hold on, Todd. What did Rush say? What exactly did he say?
What are you talking about? Hey,
what did Rush say?
About Rush.
You said that Anthony just fell into what Rush did, so you must know what Rush said. What did he say?
He said he hopes that Barack Obama fails.
What was the context in which he said that?
The stimulus package.
Oh, jeez. See, he doesn't.
Am I wrong?
Yes, you are wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Then you got to watch the news thing because you don't know what you're talking about.
I heard the quote.
Not the soundbite.
Not the summation given by the biased news anchor. I heard the quote from the guy who said it.
Okay. Then educate me, please, Jimmy. I can admit when I'm wrong.
Good for you, because you have been this entire discussion.
Oh, that was a shot at you, Jimmy.
No, it wasn't a shot at me.
Took a shot at you.
Explain to me. If you know so much, tell me.
Rush's quote was in context of if his plan is the government absorption of all of these different things, whether it's banking and the auto industry, then that is socialism. And if that's his plan, then he hopes Obama fails because he does not want... Let me finish.
Go back and watch it.
I'm explaining.
I hope he fails. He didn't say if. He said, I hope he fails.
He said...
Go back and watch
oh, my...
He did. He said, I hope he fails...
Make sure you know what you're talking about.
I heard the quote, you dummy. I just had to tell you what it was about. You heard a soundbite. I hope he fails.
You can't always be right, Jimmy. I like you, too. I like you guys.
Oh, my God. You just want
Do we have the Rush quote?
You're the only one. You're the one I normally dislike.
Yeah, I know.
You're the only one
I'm turning people around.
Any sense
Do we have the Rush quote? How can we get the Rush quote?
I'm going to end up being the one you like. I just know that now.
No, just this moment.
All right, Todd.
Todd, you're just ill-informed.
Just taking your slight compliment.
Hey guys, I got to go to work. I still got a job.
All right,
Good for you.
All right, Todd's go.
What a goddamn
Ty Cobb would pay him a visit.
But that's what you're dealing with out there. It's like that's what you're dealing with. It's someone who actually believes the one soundbite. And is like, oh, that's what the media said that he said.
The media that just adores Obama would never quote Rush in the full context. It's crazy.
You have
Danny?
If you want it, I think I have it.
Oh, we got to take a break.
Not that long.
Hurry up with the thing there.
You want it? Yeah.
Yeah, go.
If I wanted Obama to succeed, I'd be happy the Republicans have laid down. And I would be encouraging Republicans to lay down and support him. I don't want, look, what he's talking about is the absorption of as much of the private sector by the U.S. government as possible. From the banking business, to the mortgage industry, to the automobile business, to the healthcare. I do not want the government in charge of all of these things. I don't want this to work. So I'm thinking of replying to the guys. Okay, I'll send you a response, but I don't need 400 words. I need 4. I hope he fails. Well, what are you laughing at? See, here's the point. Everybody thinks it's outrageous to say. I mean, look at even my staff. Oh, you can't do that. Why not? Why is it any different? What's new? What is unfair about my saying I hope liberalism fails? Liberalism is our problem. Liberalism is what's gotten us dangerously close to the precipice here. Why do I want more of it?
See? That's the context of whether you agree with it or not.
Yeah,
that's the context of it.
I put the word "if" in there. I was in summation. He's saying, okay, Obama wants the absorption of all of these things by the government running all these things. He wants these things. I want him to fail because I don't want the government running everything.
Yeah.
So that's what Rush Limbaugh said. He was, and then explained after he was talking overall about liberalism in general. But a dumbbell like Todd hears the media just isolate. I hope he fails, and they think that he's going. Well, the first black president. I hope he fails.
Yeah,
exactly. It's just a bunch of dumbbells who just believe the one soundbite they hear.
And the in love media,
yeah.
The media that is just in lust with Barry. Oh, are they in lust with this guy? Barry Hussein.
Barack Obama.
Whatever you want to call him. He's writing love letters to Iran.
Todd,
Great.
It said on the screen, by the way, that Todd, he made a good point that everyone's becoming a mini politician because of everything that's going on in this country.
But Todd didn't make it. He's stupid because everyone's a mini politician when they vote. Everyone's making a decision on what the country's going to do.
It's a little more than usual is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, Barack Obama's got a lot of people interested in politics that never had an interest in this.
I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people talking about it.
We're just going to end up strangling ourselves. This country's just going to strangle itself. Oh, my God.
In the streets just choking each other.
It's just going to be a choke fest.
Yeah.
Until it's no longer a country. A little mopping up next.
All right.
Heading toward music marathon time. Who's not excited out there?
Oh.
Much better than talking about politics, right?
Hear about the lead? Did you hear the
what?
lead? Did you hear the lead yesterday?
No.
Lead
lunch or something they do now?
Lunch yesterday?
We'll figure out what they're doing today after the break. Opie and Anthony. We got to go over to the other joint. Opie and Anthony.
The other joint.
Well, we accomplished a lot today. I think a lot of people out there changed their opinion on things.
Oh yeah, that always happens. That's one thing you can be sure of.
God bless you guys for your passion, but
no matter how much passion anyone has for anything, you're never changing someone's mind that has an equal amount of passion.
On the other
and they're
side.
the only people that'll really argue it.
Right.
So.
I like Republicans and Democrats. That's my new stance.
Aw.
I like everybody.
You're cuddly with your feet on old boobs.
Wow, that was nice. I mean, weird.
I bet.
It's music marathon time. Now, look, Billy Powell died. Keyboards for Leonard Skynyrd. They're down to one guy.
Oh, you aren't assuming or thinking or...
They have to be starting with some Skynyrd, right there, Danny? What's the big song they're going to start the music marathon off with?
Well, the big song today is the Rolling Stones with Painted Black.
All right.
Really?
Yes. Well, it's kind of like what we were talking about.
Yeah.
I took a White House and I...
Yeah. Sounds cute, though. Sounds like a cute little kid. I'd give that kid some money.
We finally figured out what to do with that song.
Like, here you go, little kid, give him a little tussle.
Little kid sounds like very excited.
Give it all up to May.
I hear the hope in that little kid's voice.
Do you?
Yeah. Little hope.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna ask for something here, Danny. How crazy is it for us to start the music marathon with a song we want to hear?
All right.
Or I want to hear. I'm starting this.
Now you're just talking like.
Is there a master computer there? Can we use our master computer?
I have the ability to pull that up for you. Sure.
You're talking crazy.
In honor of Billy Powell dying, I want to play a Leonard Skynyrd song.
Wow.
And I don't want to play Free Bird or Tuesday's Gone or Sweet Home.
You know they've gone over all the research and everything to know that this first song they play is grab and hold everybody, Painted Black.
Yeah, then Mark come running down the hall and stop me.
So if you
it's funny if he burst through the door as you said that with a pickaxe.
Yeah, really?
Pickaxe.
You got
violent weapon.
Give me back my bullets.
Wow, look at that.
Somebody was. I heard a few moans out there. Come on, that's a cool Skynyrd song.
Somebody, Denver Pest, was actually
saying the same one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think this is quickly becoming my favorite Skynyrd song of all time.
I don't know that song.
Give me back my. It has just a nice groove, man.
I'll walk out to that.
Boom.
I mean,
no, I'm going to sit here and listen to the whole damn thing.
No, I mean on stage. I would. I mean, if the people are like, "Hey, Jim, February 5th through 8 here at Caroline's, you want to walk out to that song?" I would do it.
Yeah,
but only out of respect for the death of Powell.
Of Powell, yeah.
Okay, Caroline's not important.
I do
the
have it.
Important thing is this song.
You got it? All right, I don't give a crap what they're going to start their music marathon with.
You're a mad person.
Yeah, I'm crazy. Ooh. God forbid you pick a song on the radio in the year 2009. Give me back my bullets. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Nice. Now we're talking. All right. Back with the Opie and Anthony show. Having a good one today.
Hello.
Hello. I had more on the stimulus package, but I left my notes over at the other joint.
Stimulus package. How about a few billion to that organization, that community activist organization that got him elected, Acorn?
That's nice.
Isn't that sweet?
Sure.
Everybody wants to give that. Give back.
That's nice. I like that one.
That's nice.
The one that really bothers me.
Happy.
Not that anyone's asking, but the Amtrak thing hasn't turned a profit in 40 years, and they get throwing another $1 billion at that company. That's just a disaster. Always has been.
They suck.
Yeah. $1 billion more to keep Amtrak afloat.
The thing is,
and why aren't they turning a profit? That's what I question.
Yeah.
Seems like every time we go to Washington or Philly, I do a lot of Philly trips on Amtrak now, and the Excella. And that fucking train is packed every single time they take it out on a run.
Yeah, it's true.
So why?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
That's when I
run a railroad.
That's what I ask.
Sell it to the private sector.
Yeah. Well, it was privately owned for a while, wasn't it?
I wouldn't know.
Or was it Amtrak? I think it was. I think the government took it over and lost more money.
Yeah, it's just
air travel kind of ruined the railroad, but
And why don't we have those really fast trains like they're doing in Europe?
The bullet trains, because we'd have to replace all the fucking tracks.
All right, there's your jobs. Let's go.
Yeah, there's
Start
a nice
digging.
jobs package. Replace every fucking railroad track in the country, please.
With one that's painted green and made of gold. That's the stimulus package.
Yes.
It will get the gold market going.
We're stimulus. Stimulus. Right. Stimulus sounds like the way some prude diddles a clit.
Yeah.
I'm going to stimulus you.
Yes.
Here's some stimulus.
And they diddle it with that one Coke nail on their pinky. They didn't even want to touch the fleshy orb.
Ew.
Yum. Hey, where's my notes on the stimulus? We did the $1 billion on the Amtrak, and there was a couple. Government cars. They spend $3.5 billion on government cars, and the stimulus package is going to bring that number up to $6 billion.
Wow!
For government.
But will
cars
that cut down on flights, though? Will that cut down on flights?
Will it get the auto industry up?
I don't know how any of this
What
crap
car
works.
gets that bid? Ford.
Going backwards a little bit, a lot of people are digging the fact we played "Give Me Back My Bullet" by Skynyrd. And Rob G from New York City. I must thank you. I mostly listen to hip hop, but "Give Me Back My Bullet" is off the chain. One of those rap artists, they're stealing everything else. They should steal the riff in that song and do a little something, something.
Hell yeah. Yo. Hell yeah, money.
That's all right. I threw it out.
Give me back my bullet. Is that how it goes?
No, Jimmy.
What? No.
Give me back my bullet.
Oh, that was not it.
No, that's not it whatsoever. I think we're done with the stimulus thing anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the stimulus.
I think we made it perfectly clear that we're all in support of that, and we should now move on.
Move on. We're all in support of it. Exactly.
Oh, okay. I was trying to.
Please. No.
I was trying to sneak that one by.
Fucking. So the Republicans aren't either. It's a big. Look at Congress. Where's the change? That's what they're saying right now. John Boner.
Is that John Boner?
Oh,
the John Boner?
Boner. He's the House Minority Leader. Yeah.
That guy is.
Yeah.
He doesn't look trustworthy.
But, they're not happy with it. It's a big welfare bill. Yeah, fuck it.
All right.
TIL.
We got Oprah. You know what? I'm going to throw some stuff out.
Wow. What a guest. When's she coming in?
Look at how we twist this. It's Oprah's 55th birthday today. I got a clip from Oprah. That could be fun.
55? I was going to say she's only 55.
It seemed like yesterday she was throwing her big bash for 50.
When did she start her show?
I was just a kid. No joke. She's been on TV
she was
forever.
fucking, what, 25?
No. She's been
Has
on
her show
TV
been on?
forever.
No, 30 years? No.
She could be 30 years at this point.
She's probably on the air since the late 80s.
Oh, right. Not 30 years, yeah.
Late 80s?
No.
Mid-80s?
Yeah, okay,
No.
all right. I will say 1983.
For the
1988.
No, come on.
Give me when Oprah started.
83.
Wait, I'm on it.
She was a weather person.
All right, don't say yet.
I'm going to
I
go.
want the Oprah Winfrey Show. Oprah.
The one we know
that
is
one.
Oprah.
I'm saying 1988.
I say 83.
I want 84. I was just going to go. Oh, no.
You know what? Fuck
25.
everybody in the mouth. 86. It was 86. I know for a fact it was 86.
You know what? It was 87. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. It was 87. We don't even have to look it up. I'm right this time.
All right. Danny?
Who's going to be right?
When was it?
Who had 87?
Thank you.
Yes. You're wrong. It's 1986.
I try to tell people.
What a cock.
I try to tell you, but nobody wants to listen to
Who
the
said
kid.
86?
I did. I said 83.
You didn't say
You said 83, 84, 85, 86.
I didn't say 45. I said forget 83, it's 86. I know for a fact. And nobody wanted to listen to the motherfucking kid.
You didn't say 86.
September 8th, 1986.
Yeah, I know.
No, you don't. Yeah, I know.
I didn't actually know that answer, but it was given to me. Praise his name.
Oh, well. Christian Jimmy.
Where's the music,
Christian Jimmy.
We got the wrong guy up in the seat. No offense, but...
Oh, fuck. That's a backhanded insult.
No offense, but we do. I mean, it ran smoothly.
Yeah.
We were on it.
So why don't you just make an executive decision saying, hey, Derek, get in there. No, not Butcher.
Get out.
Is our executive intern in today?
Get out. Get out.
I didn't see him.
Oh, my God. Sam was telling me a story after the show yesterday. Sam in here for a quick one. As we get Sam, Nick has some info on Give Me Back My Bullet. Listen to this horse shit.
I heard this.
Nick in Georgia, you're not the horse shit portion of listen to this horse shit, by the way. You're just bringing the knowledge.
Which
ahead,
he's
Nick.
up on the language. He doesn't like
Nick.
that.
Nick.
Yes.
Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, listen, Jimmy, don't use that song, Give Me Back My Bullet, because Leonard Skynyrd's day, that song was about a song rocketing to the top of the charts.
That is such...
Give Me Back My Bullet, and they had problems with, they couldn't play it in concert because their audience, go figure, the rocket scientists that they were, would shower the stage with bullets.
That's
They throw bullets on the stage.
All this is true, by the way, but Skynyrd was talking about Bang Bang.
Yes.
They weren't talking about that chart-topping crap.
Whatever the case may be, I just...
Whatever excuse they came up with to try to get people to stop throwing bullets on the stage.
But the problem is, it's one of the coolest Skynyrd songs, and they just couldn't play it in concert. This guy's right, because their fans would throw bullets.
Yeah. Live ammo.
They're saying, give me back my bullet.
I got a good joke. They should have changed the name of it to Give Me Back My Dollars. Praise his name.
Oh, fuck. Christian Jimmy just brings a halt, a grinding halt to funny.
Yeah.
Well, if I was with my real friends, I'd say they should just come up and say, give me back my Bibles. Let them rain down on us. Praise his name.
All right, thank you. But that is a true story. But they were
Suck a
definitely
dick.
They were definitely talking about bullets. They're from the South.
Yes.
Shut up. Whatever they had to do to get the song on radio, I guess. Sam, where is our executive intern?
And what was Saturday Night Special about?
Just
Mr. Saturday Night Special.
Some restaurant.
Got a barrel that's blue and cold. Ain't good for nothing. Put a man 6 feet in a hole.
That might be my favorite Skynyrd song. I forgot about that one.
That's a good one,
Because that
too.
was part of the Laser Light Show in Huntington. Yeah, here we go.
And you'll see I sang it exactly like...
You know what? You know what? Fuck all y'all. It's our channel. Now we're playing this whole song.
This reminds me of my favorite
That's a
song.
good one. Oh, what's your favorite one?
If he can wash the feet of a leper, then why can't I do that?
Oh. Why can't I do that? You wash the ass of a leper with your tongue.
My Bible says Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Ah, that's something you could talk about there, Christian Jimmy. The gay marriage thing. Against it, right?
I sure am.
Yeah. It's not his way.
It's not his way.
Southern rock was such a weird, almost crossover from country thing, but it was... No, it was... There were people that liked fucking Southern rock.
Yeah.
And then people that fucking hated Southern rock. But they were both into rock.
It's an insult to Skinner, though.
You know, if you...
They were doing their own thing. Other people were labeling it Southern rock.
But if you were into, like,
bullshit.
Skynyrd...
don't say 38 Special.
Like, no,
Don't say the
I'm
poor
not
man
going to
Skinner.
go there. I'm not going to go there, but I will go Charlie Daniels.
Charlie Daniels is what you're talking about, where it's a country rock thing.
And then once it started that was a country rock, right. But it was in the same category.
I know.
You put this in the same category. And even
Molly Hatchet.
Molly Hatchet was kind of like the...
But that's the problem with the whole...
Johnny-come-lately of the Southern rock.
But that's the problem with the whole Southern rock thing.
Allman Brothers was more of a jam
but they
band
were doing
kind
their
of
own thing, too.
Yeah.
You can't throw the Southern rock label on Skynyrd or the Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
You just can't.
I
think it was more
so
Molly Hatchet,
into
38 Special, Charlie Daniels Band.
They were like those people. There were Southern rock guys. Then there were like glitter rock and glam rock faggots.
Stryker was very good.
Striper? Oh. Yeah. That was the Christian rock band.
Wait, Ann, what were you talking about?
You should know Christian, Jimmy. Stryker.
I interrupted you, though. You said you really liked...
Oh, I was really into Southern rock. But there were other guys that were into, like, if you were into, like, glam rock, Bowie and all that shit, or regular rock, like Stones and stuff, that was a whole different crowd.
Yeah, but who were some of the glam rock bands? I mean, you had Bowie
really
and then what?
Bowie, and then they were like...
for real,
I don't know, it was like... I couldn't name them.
They overused that term, too, glam rock.
But there were a few of them.
Like who?
Punk was another thing.
Right.
Like if you're into that, because that was coming around at that time. There were a lot of different factions of rock back then, and you didn't beat the shit out of each other over it, but you definitely didn't want to hear it.
Was Kiss considered glam rock or no?
I think at the time they kind of were, because of the makeup and shit.
They were heavier than like a Bowie or
they
another
didn't fit
glam rock.
into like metal at the time either, because metal was kind of different back then. Metal was like fucking Sabbath.
E-Rock just told me that Steve knows glam rock.
Oh, no, he's talking about...
Pinchita.
Of course you do.
I'm talking old school glam.
Old school, like New York Dolls, old school.
Yeah, okay, New York Dolls. That's
overrated.
One. Oh, no shit. But
overrated.
That's like glam rock.
Wasn't
Iggy...
Dude,
Iggy Pop was
Iggy Pop was a punk, right? He was punk.
I'm going to piss off music fans. New York Dolls, overrated. Stooges, overrated.
What about...
Captain Beefheart?
Way overrated.
What about... what's his name? Bolin, T-Rex? Is that considered glam?
Bang a gong, move on. What
about the pedophile?
Gary Glitter?
Gary Glitter.
Oh, way overrated. One fucking...
Underrated as a person, though.
Yeah. Drive-By Truckers is a band that a lot more people should know. Yes, AW from Jersey. Who's a big fan of Drive-By Truckers? A little author named Stephen King.
Really?
I read his fucking column all the time at Entertainment Weekly. We can't get this guy on the phone.
No,
I love his pop culture angle.
We'll never get him on.
He loves Drive-By Truckers.
I paid fucking money on an auction site to go see him read live.
And got a book signed, right?
I got book signed and everything. I got a lot of...
Who's got the book?
Oh, shit.
Did you lose the book?
I might have lost the books.
Did you meet him?
No, they were presents. They were Christmas presents anyway. I don't care.
You can't take those.
No, I wanted to, and I think I could have swung it because it was the same publisher as the whole Viacom conglomerate at the time, but didn't do it fast enough. Mm-hmm. It was kind of a last minute thing.
Oh.
But I had a lot of first issue. Mm-hmm. It was the first printing.
Wow,
of
cool.
Stephen King books. Some of them signed.
How'd you get them signed?
They were signed, just signed. I bought them signed with just his name signed. And it was all certified, obviously. I knew it was him. You got the certificate and a picture and everything like that. But first printing of, like, Cujo and
that's fun. How much was that one?
I don't know. They ran into the hundreds, some of them. They were really rare to get a first printing of them. But... those I don't have those anymore.
So we got to get you another one, man.
No, because I wasn't into it. It was pretty much Melinda that was really into Stephen King. So
I'm into him.
Birthday and Christmas and stuff.
I got a fucking first edition. It's signed. Get to it.
Yeah.
How about you guys hop to that?
I think I had that.
My favorite book.
Let's get that. Let's get you a Stephen King autograph. Let's do that.
I'm
do that.
fine with that.
Somebody will get you.
I think I got one at the house somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, I don't have a drive-by trucker song for the masses, so because a lot of people are like right on with the drive-by truckers thing, and Fast Freddy, of course. Stooges overrated. You're such a musical retard. Well, I'm sorry, that's my opinion.
It is.
It's, Stooges. All right, great, wonderful. A couple good songs, yeah. I got a couple on my iPod. Not that I'm using my iPod a lot these days. Sure.
Well, if you had an iPhone, then it's your iPod and your phone.
No, it's your iPod and your iPod, because it doesn't work as a phone. But can I present Anthony with something I found?
Phone.
I found something. I didn't want to say that I had it with me.
You got it. You got what I'm thinking?
I don't want to say it.
Give it to him.
I can part with it. Look.
He's giving it to you.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe he's actually doing this.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a Stephen King autograph on a piece of paper that's been sitting in front of Jimmy. Written. I don't remember his autograph looking like this, though.
Yeah, you see this little crown over the eye of
Yes,
King?
it's a King. he puts a little crown.
That's nice.
Over that. And, by the way,
I know.
He misspelled his first name, which he spells with a PH and not a V.
Well, he does that because he doesn't want people to know it's really him. He's shy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could have.
PH.
I should have signed it Richie Bachman. Then we'd see who knows.
Yes.
We'd see who knows what about who's who.
Hey, it's more of a visual.
Oh, wait a minute. Quickly, we were just talking about cell phones, so this popped in my head.
Yeah.
Last night, after Lost, that horrible show, Life on Mars, about the 70s.
That's still happening?
You're still watching that? I thought you gave up on that.
I did, completely.
Yes.
Right. I did. That's why I only have one example. That happened before I grabbed the remote to change the channel from Lost ending to something else.
You got caught.
I got caught, and there was a guy that was going to jump off a building and commit suicide. So all the 70s cops are down there. And it's like, yeah, we got a suicide. This guy, his wife left him, and he was screwed over with a business proposition. Yeah, supposedly he had an idea for a phone that you carry with you. And then they were like, who wants to carry a phone with you?
Ugh.
That's fucking
instantly. And I was sitting there going,
why is this show still on TV?
I'm just like, what the fuck? First of all, if you're a cop, of course you'd want a phone with you.
Any person would.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Why are they? And they not only said it once, they did it twice. Why would you want to carry a phone with you? And then the guy that's from the future has to say, he gets into the bullhorn and tells the guy, sir, don't worry. He goes, someday everyone will carry these phones around with them.
No, we didn't know that.
Shut it.
We didn't know that back then.
First of all, Doc Brown had fucking whack him in the head for telling people about the future. You can't tell anyone about the future. Of course, you can bring people back. You can build trains and bring them to the future. You can do all kinds of things Doc Brown did, but you can't fucking... it'll fuck up the future if you do anything.
It'll cause a chain reaction.
Yes.
And you could end up skewing into a alternative timeline.
Alternative timeline. Yeah. But he was one of the biggest fucking instigators of fucking with shit in the past.
Right.
I'm gonna stay here. I'm staying, Marty. Marty, I'm gonna stay. No, you can't fucking stay, idiot.
But he kept it under wraps. He just kind of went in and
take a hoverboard, Marty.
When Marty went to see his family, his future self.
Yes.
He stayed in the closet. Nobody saw him.
It was ridiculous. He chastised everybody for fucking doing that.
You just got to be very secretive and detective work about it.
Horrible bastard.
I was reading something online. Somebody had written a blog or an article about what an asshole Marty McFly was.
Oh, I read that too, yeah.
For not giving himself more time to save Doc.
Yeah, he's like 10 minutes? Yeah. You give me 10 minutes?
And then I think, I can't remember the whole thing, but the article concluded with, Thanks for watching me get shot twice, asshole.
Come on, it's great. It's Back to the Future.
Oh, my God.
When does the new box set come out?
Oh, I've been getting many Facebook messages from the guy that runs BTTF.com talking about...
You know that guy?
Well, I guess I've subscribed to his feed or whatever.
Holy
because
shit.
You're starstruck by that fucking asshole?
Dude.
I have much information in my inbox here.
I gotta know when that comes out.
It's not a box set, isn't it? Isn't it single releases of each movie?
February 10th,
What?
So
2009.
it's a 2-disc set of Back to the Future Part. They've never been released before as single editions. It's only been the box set.
Only the box set.
That's why this is such an exciting release.
Oh, okay. All right. And then what is the ride? Which disc is that going to be on?
That's disc 2 of Back to the Future Part 1.
Oh, okay.
But this is all I've ever wanted is just to own Part 3.
Help me.
Just Part 3.
Yeah, that's all I want to own.
Help me.
You're stupid.
Help.
Part 3 stinks.
I got to tell you what's going on here.
What?
Everyone's screaming for me to play the phone static. I don't have it
here
on this side, so I'm fucked. Yeah. I gotta sit here.
You just have to fence them.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
And like the box art looks like the poster.
I'll try that
one. I'm looking at the bonus features for Back to the Future 3.
Disc Eraser.
3.
I'm hoping this is a mistake or a typo because it just says deleted scene.
Scene? Should have been the whole movie.
It's the scene where they explain those glowing logs that he got.
Oh!
It's the scene where the director breaks the fourth wall and apologizes to the audience for the heap of shit he's pushing through.
That stunk. One good scene from Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Just thank you.
Would it be a funny one if they went in the future and Marty McFly was shaking like the Dickens? I'm like, oh, nobody will believe this. You're a paint shaker, Marty. You're the martini-making champion of the world.
You've inspired me to build a paint shaker, Marty.
That's funny. Your wrists are scalded from hot soup spillage.
When I was driving home yesterday.
Marty, you're an egg beater.
You broke all 10 fingers trying to hang a picture, Marty. You've thrown your baby down 47 times.
Oh, God.
Yes, Danny.
Oh no! I was just gonna say I was driving home yesterday, trying to have a really good idea for something because I had hit my head and I had a mark, much like like Doc Brown when Doc hit his head on
the force
porcelain
capacitor.
Yeah. So I was just trying to think of something really smart, but it never came.
Do you know what this means?
Oh, damn it!
What does it mean, Sam?
This thing doesn't work.
Oh, of course. He had it on his head, and he had the plunger on Marty's.
Yeah,
that was fantastic. Yeah, good times.
Good times.
Oh, my God. I'm looking at... Are they playing something else besides our show right now? Because I'm looking at Pal Talk, and people hate what they're hearing. I don't understand it. Is there a glitch that maybe we went off the air and they're playing a bit? Or yeah.
Marty, it's the craziest thing I saw in the future. You cut off circulation to your ankle trying to tie your shoes.
Marty, you have to go back to the future. I need a milkshake. Poor guy.
And cut.
You fucked up the shock absorbers in the DeLorean. Shaking so much, Marty.
Marty, you gotta go back to the future. You shook the bill off your Mets hat.
Don't pop the clutch so fast. Oh, that's you.
And
yeah.
Scene.
Nice.
Marty, you have to go back to the future. People would put dice on your head and yell, boggle.
And
power of love.
Scene. Huey Lewis. Sam and the News.
Marty, you have to go back to the future. Every time you play Goldfish, it becomes 52 pickup.
Power of love.
Oh. I never ripped up that note, Marty. You handed it to me in the future.
You have to go back to the future, Marty. Your signature looks like a heart monitor signal.
And scene.
Marty, you have to come back with me to the future. It's your kids, Marty. Your kids. They have shaken baby syndrome.
Marty, you have to come to the future. Every time you hug somebody, they think you're dancing with them. Oh, boy.
Yeah. And scene. There you go.
I don't believe you.
That was the scene.
That's right.
Can't think of anything else that shakes, really.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, shakes. Yeah, a lot, apparently, from what I've seen of him. It's very shaky. Indeed.
Sam was telling me that they're fucking with intern David, but he's not here today?
No, he's not here. He's in Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
So tomorrow.
That's why there's so much chaos.
On the Sabbath.
They gave him a title as what?
Well, Kenny...
Phil...
He's got 2 titles.
What?
Kenny gave him 2 titles.
Yes, Kenny and I named him executive intern. Because
he must have really loved that.
Which he's taking very seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
for real.
He's pushing around the other interns.
Do you have an example of him using his power?
Our one intern, Paul, who is actually the only intern we've ever had that has some kind of go-getter attitude and is actually taking a lead on things, was telling him what to do. He said, you have to go staple those papers.
Who is that one?
He's a tall guy.
Hippie guy?
Yeah, he looks like Aaron Brockovich's boyfriend. That's an East Side Dave observation.
Wow, that is a little obscure.
Yeah.
But I like that kid. He does seem like a go-getter.
He's good, but David looked at him and goes, No. You don't tell me what to do. I'm the executive intern.
Oh.
So he knows that he's in charge. Furthermore, I gave him the additional title of office manager.
Yeah.
So he's in charge.
He knows what's going on.
Of all office supplies.
Doesn't work if the guy plays along.
What's he doing? Is he playing along?
Yes.
How do you know? We point, the intern goes to the mic.
He knows.
Do you know? All right, get the fuck out of here. Scram. It's like when we get interns, we can fuck with more.
Yeah, you got to get the new guys.
Well, tomorrow when he comes in, now that we've all set this up, we can talk to him about his new title and his new power as executive. He went home and told his parents that he's been promoted to executive intern.
Oh, God.
And he started a Facebook page, and his job title is executive intern / XM office manager.
Office manager?
Kenny gave him office manager, too, right?
That's kind of good.
He's in charge of all office supplies, in charge of knowing where they are.
You know that is now absolutely on his resume.
He rules.
You know that executive intern and office manager, and then what skills he needed for that, and what his duties were as office manager.
He was going around to every staff member, seeing what supplies they needed, making a list, going to the Staples website. I don't know why, because he wasn't ordering them or anything like that. He just saw that they existed.
Would you want to see pictures of it and hang them up?
He said, okay, blue pens, okay, they exist.
He is great.
He's the best. And then he went to Mars and said, here's the supplies we need, and gave him the chicken scratch handwriting. It was like
his awful handwriting.
7 boxes of red Sharpies.
Go fetch these, you PR. It's nice.
It's easy to read a Torah.
We got to talk to him about this tomorrow. Paul, the intern's on the phone to talk about intern Dave. Paul.
Hey, what's going on, guys? You know, every morning he tells me different directions. You know how we come in, we set up the studio, whatever, and he tells me something, different papers go here, different papers go there. But the problem with David, and I do love the kid to death, is that he repeats the same directions 87 times.
While you're doing the task. He's repeating the direction while you're doing what he just said.
But he is executive intern, so you have to listen. Yeah, he's allowed.
Of course, without his leadership, I don't know what the hell I would do. But,
Paul also told me I'm constantly reprimanding David for being late because he's late every single day.
David's late?
He's supposed to be in at 4:30.
But he's an executive intern.
Exactly, he never is. So Paul asked him one time, or it was this week. He goes, "David, why are you late?" And David goes, no, I don't come in at 4:30. And Paul goes, no, we're all supposed to come in at 4:30. And David goes, no, I come in at 5.
Because he's the executive.
Because he can.
Because
he made up his own time.
No, but he didn't ask. Nobody said that. That was something he made up in his head and said, now I come in at 5.
Well, and what was the Facebook story? He's got 2 friends or something?
Oh, yes. Well, we met a young lady at Hooters.
Who got him drunk.
Who was, last Friday.
They got David drunk a couple Fridays.
Wow, that must have taken like
that, by the way,
a beer.
Yeah.
Yes. He came back here when I told him to learn how to cut audio from Paul. And while Paul was teaching him how to cut audio, David promptly passed out in the chair in the office.
I've seen him drunk a couple of times.
Is it good?
Wow. He was hammered at the.
Well, that was my whole
Halloween.
plan was at the Halloween party just to get David ridiculously drunk, and I was feeding him like Maker's Mark.
Mission accomplished.
Dude, yeah, he was dancing on stage. I don't know, and he was dancing on stage asking the DJ to play some house and hip hop music
so he could dance. But this is the type of guy. David goes, no, I don't want to learn how to cut audio. He goes, I don't want to learn how to do that. And I go, well, what do you want to learn how to do? And he goes, how to, like, talk on air and stuff. And I was like, you're just here to get on air. And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm here for.
But didn't he try to befriend someone at Hooters?
Yes, our waitress.
Oh, no.
Who Hip Hop Ron and David convinced to give us her last name so we could look her up on Facebook, even though David doesn't have a Facebook. And then I told David if he wanted to charm her, ask her if he could take a picture with her. So I took a picture of the two of them, and then Monday we set up a Facebook page for David with his only picture is the picture of him and this waitress. His only friends on Facebook are me and Ron, who he was with at Hooters, and then he went and found this waitress and Facebook friended her.
Do you guys run his Facebook site? Or
I
does
do.
he?
I mean, he does. He can get
he
in now,
can?
but
Oh, okay.
I set it up for him. He had to change a lot of his options.
He's going to be a social butterfly now on that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's already leaving messages on my wall saying,
is he?
as if they're private, saying, Sam, 2 people just friended me who I don't know, but they're friends with you and Anthony. Should I accept them?
As if they're private.
Yes.
Yeah, and everyone can see him.
And he says,
What an idiot.
he leaves me a message saying, Sam, the waitress accepted my friendship, but Hip Hop Ron didn't. That's so rude. Why would Ron do that? Send. It's very public.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk to him about his responsibilities tomorrow as executive intern.
Right, he'll be on his game tomorrow.
All right, good. All right, Sam, thank you.
As if he isn't always.
Of course, he's executive.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a quick break. Continue.
Marty, you have to go back to the future. Every time you videotape something, it accidentally looks like the Blair Witch Project.
And scene. Opie spilt his yogurt and fucking.
He spilled my yogurt.
You spilled the yogurt. You fucking bitch.
All right, breaky time.
Breaky. And
go.
Scene.
All right, we were at Oprah, 55 years old today.
55.
Just finding an excuse because Oprah's talking about Kate Winslet's boobs and gets really into it. You want to hear this?
You think she goes that way?
Let's,
I'm going to take a guess.
Let's just kind of
take a guess on that one.
Let's just make believe like the rest of America, please.
All righty.
We got a good friend over there. We don't want to put him in a bad spot. Oprah talking about Kate Winslet's boobs. Here it is.
And immortal. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning.
Oh, oops, wrong tape.
Wow, that sounds like
oops. I didn't mean to play that.
That sounds like something a little older.
That's
Wait
weird.
a minute. Hold on.
What was that?
Wait a minute. I think I have to at least hear that part again.
What are you talking about? I
have to hear the beginning of that clip one more time, please.
Oh, no.
Just the beginning part of it again.
No, what is it?
What are you talking about?
I have to.
There was a miscue.
No,
I got the actual Oprah audio now for everybody.
But I think that. I think that.
I can't be blindsided like that. Oh no! What is it?
I just want to hear that part.
Is it yet another horrific bit that we've done from the past?
What are you talking about? I got the Oprah audio.
I know, but I don't know.
I don't know what Dillette's doing today.
The
Jimmy.
mistake in let me hear that again, because I think just the beginning of it again. I'm not 100% sure what that was.
Oh no! Is this another one of our old?
And then Immortal. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Feels like we were just on the radio. We were.
Oh wow!
Shut up.
Oh wow!
Shut up.
What
What was that about?
They were so much better than AF. You guys are in all your mess. You're newbies. They're a shell of their former self.
Oh my
blind
God!
CC, blind CC, blind CC.
Wait. What was that about?
Yeah.
What was everybody making that noise for?
In between shows, E-Rock might have told me, and I certainly did not tell Anthony because this really bothers him.
Oh, I get.
If we discussed this ahead of time, we certainly wouldn't be playing this. You would talk me out of it.
I get the douchey chills.
But E-Rock, I guess an old listener gave him some VHS tapes. The guy used to record our show on VHS tapes.
Ah, great. Well, we need more old O&A shows.
And E-Rock, where is he?
I'd love to hear some of that.
I'm
Because
trying to get rid of this.
Excited E-Rock comes in.
Like Lucas is trying to get rid of the Christmas special. Yeah. I'm trying to get rid of any inkling that our AF tapes ever existed.
E-Rock, what's that?
Somebody was nice enough to send me over.
Nice enough, yeah, of course.
Over 4 hours of material.
Oh, fuck.
But it's already cut down, so the music and everything else is gone from it. So
Thank God.
This could be days and days of material on these 4 hours.
So wait, now E-Rock.
So it's not music. It's 4 hours of like fucking.
It's nonstop talk breaks.
Is this their TV show?
No, this is their.
He used to just plug the audio into a VHS tape and run it on slow speed so he could get the whole show on one tape when he was away.
One show, you get a whole month.
I wasn't.
We only were allowed to talk. You were allowed to talk maybe 10 minutes an hour.
Yeah,
if that.
So what was that? Were we just on the radio? I couldn't make it.
Well,
I wasn't.
Actually, this is our Saturday morning show.
I wasn't aware you guys did Saturday mornings.
Yeah, we were forced to do Saturdays.
We were forced to do 6 days a week.
And then during the off ratings books, which was the winter book and the summer book, we were able to do every other Saturday.
Which was so nice of Bruce.
Yes, good old
Thank you,
Brucey. We had to work 6 days a week. I know people out there, but when you're doing radio and you're carrying the fucking station, we didn't know we'd be doing Saturdays.
And the morning guy gets every weekend off, and he's still rotting in Worcester.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But, the sounds you were hearing, by the way, were bastardized versions of our names that had happened over the years. It had started out,
years. We were only working together a year at this point.
All right. Over the weeks, we had bastardized our names. You know how, like, if you're hanging out and you say something a lot, it sort of takes on a different sound after a while. So, Opie just turned into like it was like, hey, and Anthony was like, and that was. Is explaining it worse? Making it worse?
It's actually helping a little bit. So I don't know where that comes from. I would hear like op-ack, and I'd be like, why did you guys say that? So this is interesting to actually hear the bit.
I ended up naming my corporation after that.
You certainly did.
And when I have to tell people, well, what's the name of your company? I'm like,
like, how do you spell that?
That's true. My company's named that.
Yeah.
I have to look at it to tell you how it's even spelled. It drives everyone nuts out there.
What the fuck is he doing?
What does this mean?
Fine.
Why couldn't you get an easy name? Yes. Anything else to add to this?
Yeah, Anthony is recovering from the Rush concert he went to the previous night.
Oh, I went to Rush.
And you're going again that Saturday night as well.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking remember going to see Rush.
I saw Rush.
Up there, I mean, let me think.
No.
Wow.
Your brother's there with you, too.
What?
He came up from New York to go to the Rush show.
It's a total fucking amnesia. I have no recollection.
It's called merciful amnesia.
Is it? Yeah, thanks.
Well, we can remind you. We have
or a blackout.
Why are we playing this particular segment? I see you have 5 in front of me. That ain't happening.
Okay, well, for this particular cut, you might have been promoting one of your many music giveaway weekends. This was a Soundgarden giveaway weekend.
Douche.
Or we're giving away prize packs?
Prize backpacks.
What?
Yeah. And promoting your next episode of Real Rock TV.
Well,
we're big TV stars.
Yeah, wait to see what was on that one.
And then Immortal. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Feels like we were just on the radio. We were. I'm getting sick of looking at your face. Trust me, the feeling is mutual.
Wow, it started way back then.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
I thought that was
Never knew.
I thought that was a recent thing.
That was relatively...
No kidding. Wow.
Holy shit.
Didn't realize how long we've hated each other.
Way to hang in there.
Yeah, really. We're both enabling assholes.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Trust me, the feeling is mutual, all right? Beth Hart Band, Immortal. I got to mention something about...
What?
Beth Hart Band, Immortal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember her? No.
Yeah, she came in with the smallest boobs ever. I remember.
You explain about her coming up.
Oh, thanks, E-Rock.
E-Rock.
Look how excited
Look
E-Rock
at
is.
how fucking happy this shithead E-Rock is, just laughing at this. I
We
love
give
it.
him hundreds of hours of abuse, and E-Rock gets every
And this
once in a
is-
while to do a little.
Yeah, you
quick
gotta
little-
give him.
Quick little
You
jab.
gotta give
Funny
it to
bit.
him.
Good. That's good.
Beth Hart. What? She was the reason we got banned from WABU with our TV show. Everyone knows that.
Oh my God, I'm not referencing the bra bombing, am I?
No.
Is this pre-bra bombing?
I don't know.
No,
actually.
I remember
don't know.
this.
You
This
do?
was about the nipples.
Oh, the nips.
Yep.
Yeah, but all right.
She had flat nothing.
Horrendous.
I mean, nothing was there. It was
She
like
was-
egg, like fried eggs.
I guess we explain. If not, we can explain further.
The reason we got banned from WABU with our TV show. Everyone knows
Her
that.
nipple.
Her nipple, right. Well, you know what's on this week's TV show?
Plenty o' nipple.
Plenty old nipple.
And this is hot nipple, not that flapjack-looking Beth Hart nipple.
Oh, good.
Put right out of the gate today.
Dudes and girls, man, I'm telling you, you got to check out the...
What did I just say?
For a minute there, this had to be a mistake.
This had to be a mistake.
What did I say?
Here goes
What?
Jimmy. Oh, no.
No, there was a skip.
What?
Oh, there was a skip
I did
in the
not
CD.
say
Yeah,
that.
you got to replay it.
Because
Oh my
it
God.
sounded like you went dudes and girls.
I didn't say dudes and girls.
No, you couldn't have.
No, I don't think so.
You absolutely couldn't have.
Oh my God.
Thank God it covered up my douchey moment where I went right out of the gate today. It's almost like he got it.
Don't get us started.
He got it. He got it. He's laughing.
You don't want to get on our bad side.
Put right out of the gate today.
Dudes and girls, man, I'm telling you, you got to check out the Real Rock TV show tonight at midnight on WUNI.
Did I do every break smiling?
You are a happy man.
Halloween party.
You were going to see things that have never been on Boston TV before.
No. You know, I was watching a tape with one of the shows last night, and they're saying the Real Rock TV logo that's in the corner of the screen when you watch the TV show, they're going to use that to try to blank out boobs.
Dude, I saw the tape of...
It's see-through.
Right, I saw the tape of tonight's show already, and you can see right through the logo that we are attempting to cover up the
What's
boobs
the
with.
music playing?
Don't even ask, Jimmy. It was something we never agreed with.
That was a music bed that had to be played under everything we said because on AF the rock never stopped. See, we only stopped the rock twice an hour is what they said for commercials. And there was no music bed under the commercials. So even though we took breaks, people would say, hey, dude, you're taking breaks so the rock stops more than twice an hour. But technically, no, it didn't.
That's right.
Because the music was playing underneath
That's
what we
right.
were saying.
We're still
So
rocking.
We're rocking. So the rock should have been taken with a very firm hand and bludgeoned over our head, just bludgeon us with the rock.
Yeah, but when you say things like dudes and girls, that's like a rock and roll attitude.
Jimmy's face, the glee in it.
Dude, I just caught my friend saying dudes and girls.
Dudes and girls.
Why would you... Dudes and girls.
Like dudes and girls, guys and girls.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a whole line of T-shirts that are coming out soon with all my
it's funny.
All my catchfuses that never caught on.
Ladies and males.
I'm gonna add dudes and girls. What was the other one? Brother man.
Chicks and gentlemen.
Yeah, right.
Mother Hucker.
Mother Hucker.
Mother Hucker.
Mother Hucker T-shirts coming soon.
Yeah, brother man, mother Hucker.
Brother man.
Brother man, brother
dudes
man.
And girls.
More nipple than a pregnant pig. I swear to God.
Hey, that would be a good commercial for the TV show tonight, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, it's a Soundgarden weekend.
It's a Soundgarden weekend.
Everyone else.
All right, I was being fucking sarcastic right there.
Yes, you were.
I was goofing on the Soundgarden weekend.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Don't for a second think I was being serious.
Yeah.
When that was happening.
Sure.
Everyone else is doing a block party weekend. We got a Soundgarden weekend, and we're giving away these Soundgarden backpacks that are really, really cool.
These things are collector's items.
Big time. There's like a Soundgarden hacky sack in there and all sorts of stuff. So
Soundgarden Bong?
Soundgarden Bong.
How much did you need to be liked? What's wrong with you?
Oh.
Ugh. Like me, please like me.
All happy and smiling and
I
don't think so.
No, I don't think so. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to be playing a Soundgarden song sometime this hour. As soon as you hear that song, be the 7th caller, and you will pick up the backpack and the pair of tickets to see the boys, all right?
Easy enough.
It's 9 Inch Nails.
I wish there were 9 Inch Nails being driven through our skulls.
I've never been a big 9 Inch Nails fan.
You guys get the point. So there
I want to hear a
you go.
little more. I'm actually.
What, Jimmy?
This is not that bad. It's just fucking. You guys are just young and shattering.
All I know is E-Rock labeled the next track a lost Anthony impression.
Oh, God.
No, why the fuck? You know something?
Is it the George Burns that I like so much?
Well, we can only hope, Jimmy.
Are you tapping out?
Can I please have some context on the year?
What year is it?
I don't know.
It's got to be.
Oh, I can tell you the year. We were only up there 3 years. I would say
97.
95 through 98. So 90. Yeah, 90.
Cut it through the
96.
middle. Probably 96, 97.
Probably 96, 97.
So please take this in the context in which I was brand new to radio.
None of that shit helps, bro.
I know. I'm trying so hard to defend myself. I haven't even heard this. I don't know what it is.
But it is something that could be brought back today.
Shut up.
Fucking E-Rock. Really?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta hide. I gotta do my hiding thing where I cover my face and just peek out of my eyes.
All right.
Will Ant be proud of this one?
Shut up, Jimmy.
It got him to where he is today.
Okay, cool.
No.
OJ.
No.
The only station that really rocks a cool song from Dishwalla. That's Charlie Brown.
There's never anything cool about Dishwalla.
Dude, it's a cool song from Dishwalla. It's Charlie Brown's what?
I don't even remember it.
Mother or something?
Wow. I'm listening to a couple of douchebaggers.
Wow.
So I want to hear Anthony's impression. Which was the lost impression? I wonder if I've ever heard him do it.
The only station that really rocks a cool song from Dishwalla. That's Charlie Brown's Parents. It's Opie and Anthony on a Soundgarden weekend. We're going to be playing...
I'm being Charlie Brown's parent.
Go ahead, you can do whatever you want. No, that was Charlie Brown's teacher. Bro.
It was any adult in Charlie Brown.
Are you sure his parents talk like that, too?
Every adult did.
I thought it was just the teacher, man.
You see they use Peanuts characters in the MetLife insurance commercials?
Right.
Can you call them up? Yeah, I had an accident. What do you mean I'm screwed? I sent in my payment.
Oh, I get it.
Thank you. Hey, a little wacky bit for a Saturday morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a freebie. We just throw it out and see what sticks against the wall.
It's too early for whistles and horns.
Oh, no. Gee.
Okay. All right. Look, I gotta go.
I can't hear you.
I'm gonna leave. Shut up, obese primate.
I think we gave him more than enough today.
Holy fuck!
Right?
Am I just
a little more, dude? You got hours of stuff.
Look at this stuff coming in. Oh my God, were they really this bad? Who hired you guys again? Jesus, Aunt, the hairs on the bottom of my bag are standing up. I would change the channel so fast. Waka waka. It's just...
Look, my microphone is trying to commit suicide. Look. I didn't even do that. My microphone wouldn't stand up today.
Holy shit.
One more?
Oh, yeah.
We'll give you one more, Jimmy. That's it. 5?
Go right to the bottom there if you're going to do one more.
What was 4 all about?
I'm glad I didn't know O&A back then.
Anthony and the Silver Bullet.
Oh, Anthony shares a little... he lets us into his life when he goes home, waiting for a plumber, and some awkwardness happens.
Oh. Is it worth playing?
Is 4 better than 5?
I think 5's better than 4, but...
E-Rock knows.
Let's go to 5.
If I wasn't me, I would want to hear it.
When are you going to do your song, man?
Another man for everybody. Man,
what?
Dude, bro.
Wait. When am I going to do my song? Is this a song?
This is an original parody, but...
Holy shit. Okay, now I got to leave. I'm getting hot.
Why?
Like, I'm getting from complete and utter embarrassment, Jimmy. Oh, no.
Well, maybe we should do track 4 then, with the plumber and a vibrator that you happen to bring home.
Why?
Oh, is that the one that was left on the table?
Mm-hmm. I had an embarrassing moment yesterday, man.
You did?
Yeah, and it's because of one of our faithful listeners that actually sent us a gift.
Oh, the silver bullets.
Yeah, somebody was very nice. We get a lot of gifts here on the Opie and Anthony show, and we appreciate them. It's a silver bullet we got from some girl sent it.
Yeah, it's basically a tiny little vibrator that you stick in places.
Yeah, it looks like a little silver egg.
Yeah.
And it's connected to a remote control, and it vibrates like the devil. And I don't know where you're supposed to put it or what the hell you're supposed to do with it, but I ain't using it.
Okay.
So I bring it home the other night after we're done here, like everything else, and throw it on the kitchen table with all my other junk. And I left it there. The next day, a couple of burly plumbers come over to snake my bathtub. I let them in, and they look at the table, and then walk into the bathroom to snake.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's insane.
It's like a Three's Company episode already. What madness you lived with.
So the plumbers may have seen this little silver egg
that you
with a wire on the table and thought, what? I'm sticking it in my asshole?
But they were burly.
They were burly.
Well, don't ruin the story.
Why, does it get better?
Oh, is that what I say?
It could only.
Fuck.
And then walk
Should've
into the
swallowed it
bathroom
and
to
choked on
snake
it.
the drain.
So now you're thinking
I'm thinking, geez, now they see this. They think I'm sticking this thing where the sun don't shine.
Why would
on a
having
second.
a merry little... Yeah.
I want to hear Anthony's description of what his asshole is. Stick that where the sun don't shine, you. So it's the Opie and Mae West show.
Also, why would they think I'm using it?
And not your wife?
Yeah.
I don't know. They were
Was that
burly.
the portion of our lives on the radio where we made believe we didn't have girlfriends?
Yeah. Yeah, because that made us look even
And it was
cooler.
it was pretty much because, well, we want our core listeners to think like we're not settled down and we're wild guys.
Right.
But meanwhile, it was just, please give me something else to fuck. The official story was, the guys at the station don't want us to say we're married because they want us, the audience to think we're just, young guys fucking hanging out, going to parties. And meanwhile, it was like, I didn't want people to think I was married because I wanted to
Foot?
suck face with Kahlua girls.
Foot!
Oh, yes!
One of Ant's old band members. Foot.
Hey, Foot!
We haven't heard from you in a while.
That MetLife bit you stole from me.
Bit court.
No, but the thing is, I was listening to you do the imitation, right? I'm like, oh, God, I used to do this horrible bit when I was starting to do stand-up, and that's the frickin' bit.
Yeah, I remember when I did it, I'm like, oh, shit, I'm stealing Foot's bit.
Funny.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm not using it.
Yeah, I can't believe you would call and tell everyone that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I heard the show yesterday. I look lovely in a dress.
Yes, when you were playing with a rot gut in your mom's dress. It was gorgeous, of course.
That is
Very sexy. You got to get your ass in here, Footy.
I'll be in a couple of weeks.
All right, man.
Good. Hey, a quick plug. If anybody would like to come and see the new material I have, I will be at Wisecrackers Scranton tomorrow and Saturday. So if you're at Scranton, get your ass on down there.
Wisecrackers in Scranton. Joseph Curry, my good friend, Plankfoot.
That is right. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Footy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's my pal.
I'm sticking this thing where the sun don't shine and having a merry little time with it and leaving it on the kitchen table.
You should have gave it to him to snake out your...
It probably would have worked.
Yeah.
It probably would have worked. And then I'm thinking, you go through this thing where it's
What
like,
was
well,
I
did they
thinking?
see it?
Right.
Now, if they saw it and I move it, it's going to look like, see, he hit it. He's doing something with that, and then he felt he had to move it. But if they didn't see it, now on the way out, they might see it.
Right.
So what do you do? So I opted for the toss something on top of it thing.
Like a natural toss, like maybe you just,
Right.
you
Like
happen to throw your Rolling Stone magazine over it
Yeah.
after you read it or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It
So
wasn't
I
going to be
threw-
dignity. I was plumb out of that.
Well, why? They thought you might be having a merry old time with it.
A merry old time putting it where the sun don't shine.
Yeah.
Throwing your Rolling Stone magazine because,
Fucking
we were cool
hired us.
guys, and of course we'd have Rolling Stone at our houses.
I know.
When we were banging chicks because we're single, man.
Fucking
We're living
Dudes and girls.
We're living the rock star life.
The fucking hint. If you would have been cooler if you said, "Hey, just pretend you can throw your hints from Heloise article over it."
How did we get ratings with this shit? We were killing.
We
killed.
Yeah, exactly. So I threw something in front of it, kind of over it. But I don't know. I think they left there thinking I was some kind of wrangler. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Hey, did they have plumber butt?
I wasn't going to start looking at their butts after what they saw on the table. Please.
Get him away from me, Artie. He might try to do something with the snake.
Well, how could you not laugh? I'm doing an impression of a plumber.
Sure.
Fucking A.
When are you going to do your song, man?
I don't know. I want to do it like any time.
Is Joe ready?
Joe's ready to
Joe
go.
doesn't look ready.
I can't do this to Anthony. I'm sorry.
Well, I'd like to hear the song.
Jimmy, we
It might actually be good.
Jimmy, no, we can't
Fucking
do
Electric
that.
Shock
No,
OJ holds up.
Shut up.
I'm serious.
No, Jimmy.
I'm dead serious. Electric Shock
I wish
OJ.
you were dead and not serious. Just dead.
But for an older parody, it holds up. It doesn't
No, it
suck.
doesn't.
I can't allow this.
It's not as good as what you do now, but it's not terrible.
Can't allow this. Anthony has suffered enough today.
I don't think he has.
All right, I think you're right.
If you're just tuning in, Anthony's brother Joe is here from New York.
We're
and,
going to Rush tonight.
And they're going to Rush
God.
tonight. Make sure you're wearing your WAF T-shirt if you are going.
Oh my God! Why? Why do they have to wear their shirt?
Well, you explain
Why?
right
Really?
after it.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Great.
You were great with the hawk and everything on every line. Boy, there was
I'm
a
a company
pile
man.
of liners in front of you, and you hit every single one of them.
I'm a company man.
Can I play guess the next line?
Yeah.
Wear your WAAF T-shirts because we should both be killed.
We're going to Rush tonight. Make sure you're wearing
Hold on,
your
hold on,
WAF
hold
T-shirt
on.
if you.
I bet it's a ticket upgrade. If we see you with an AAF shirt and you're like, you got a shitty seat, we'll give you like a better ticket.
Yeah, you get to sit on Geddy Lee's septum.
All right.
WAF T-shirt if you are going to Rush because we are upgrading someone to the front row.
There it is.
Well, of course, you got to do that.
Oh, shit.
Because we're the cool station.
Yeah.
Look how cool we are. Look what we do for you.
But Joe brought his guitar. This is completely off the cuff. Anthony and Joe, little Frank Sinatra song parody.
Okay, put the mic down right by the guitar.
Oh, no.
Sounds like Frank. Was Frank there?
Shut it, Jimmy. Shut it.
Why? It sounded like Frank.
Shut up, Jimmy.
All right.
I can't. Okay, right now, I just want to describe to the listener. I have the microphone on the console. My head is in my hands. The brim of my hat is blocking my view from everybody because I cannot look
Yes.
at anybody.
That's right.
All right.
because I'm too embarrassed.
You should be giving a press conference and pulling something out of a manila envelope.
I'd rather be in front of people saying, I am a gay American.
I'd rather be there with a blonde wig listening to you than this.
Are you hiding?
This is terrible.
All right,
I'm hiding. Let her rip. Go ahead. I'm brave. I can take it.
Can I hear the Frank voice? I actually thought that was him. I thought he popped in.
I just took a picture of Anthony hiding because he can't look at anyone in the room as we play this material.
If I go like this, is it like mixed martial arts? Can I just go like this? And,
you can.
And the ref steps in?
You certainly can.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna send this pic to all my followers on Twitter, Anthony. You hiding from the shame.
Another one that's...
If you're on Twitter, Opie Radio's my name, and I'm sending all my followers a pic of Ant right now. All right, here it is.
Yeah, we should go back because we were talking.
All right,
you're right. Good point, E-Rock.
E-Rock makes a good point.
E-Rock. Go back to what, the buffet, you fat fuck.
Oh! Well, Frank would say that, I bet.
Jimmy kind of wants you to say it as Frank. I mean, it's not asking.
Come on, could you do this, Frank?
Oh, no, I didn't do a Frank Sinatra impression.
Little Frank Sinatra song parody.
Okay, put the mic down right by the guitar.
Yeah,
give me some guitar.
There you go.
Andrew Dice.
Put it real close,
Frank.
or it won't pick up. You daffy bastard.
That'll work.
Yeah, it's got to... You sure that'll work? It's got to be real close.
No, that'll work.
Okay.
Totally serious. I'll give him some volume over here, man.
Okay.
All right, whenever you guys want. It's Anthony and his brother Joe, little Frank Sinatra parody. The dude might be dying.
Poor guy. Start digging the dirt. Start grieving today. They're pulling a sheet over my face.
Shoehorn.
A little shoehorning. Yeah. I wasn't past the shoehorn or two back then, I gotta let you know.
Shoehorn, you should have a blacksmith helping you.
Fuck you.
How old are we? Frank Sinatra was still alive?
Still alive.
Still alive. He just wrote New York, New York.
For my face, the morgue, the morgue.
It's the morgue.
This little cold room. My skin's turning gray. I've got a tag around my toe. The morgue, the morgue. Now soon they'll put me in a hole that's 6 feet deep. My blue eyes shut very tight in eternal sleep. I have passed away wearing my toupee. Put me where Dean and Sammy was. The morgue, the morgue. My singing is through, and my lips are blue. I've got a death certificate. The morgue, the morgue. And please pardon me, 'cause there am embalming me, old blue eyes in the morgue, the morgue, the morgue.
Thank you. Thank you. Anthony and Joe, man. Very good.
I gotta be honest. I wasn't douche chilling out. That was a pretty good fucking parody.
It's not that bad.
That was a pretty good fucking parody, my friends. Well sung.
I'm with you.
Well written.
I'm with you. It's not
It
bad.
stands up today.
Yep.
So go fuck all of yous.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Still hate you, but I'm with you here.
I'm kidding. I'm pitching a little harder than I should.
Considering that you winged that was very good.
Jesus.
You can't. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad.
That's what I did back then, okay? You got me my job, okay? I learned it from you, okay?
Send this bit to the morgue. The morgue.
It's not that bad. That was the
Fucking
songwriter
wrote
was good.
Shit. Katie Rocks from Texas. That's
I'll kick her where the sun don't shine.
That's not that bad. All righty, Rock. Burn the rest of that tape, will you?
Good job.
You know what sucks about hearing that stuff? You have no idea what's happening next. I
know,
no
that's what it is.
recollection of doing that.
You're like, so
I don't remember that.
it's the
whatsoever.
anticipation of the horror that could be right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yee.
By the way,
what happened?
Does anybody notice that E-Rock really has a body like Babe Ruth now?
He just gave up.
Babe Ruth.
He just gave up. He said, fuck it.
Anytime he walks around, it's in fast motion.
But that's how E-Rock walks. All he does, he doesn't even move his legs. He tips forward, and the weight just propels him.
Jesus.
And he has to walk until he hits a wall.
Now what?
Oh, I don't know. I'm still recouping.
That's what I'm
Wow.
I'd love another clip.
Oh, that is...
That's it, really.
Really?
That's all we got.
God, that is something.
Oh, he's got more, though.
Oh, he's got
another
more.
day.
Yeah,
another
another bitch.
day. Gotta, like, break that out, like, just in small doses. All right. The Oprah thing. 55 years old today. This is a good clip that's been sitting around. So in honor of Oprah turning 55, she had a weird moment on her show with Kate Winslet and her breasts.
One of the things I loved about this thing, obviously they're very sexually explicit, but I love the fact that you have real breasts.
Thank you so much.
I love that you have real breasts. I love that you have real breasts.
Thank you so much.
Because in all the breast scenes, your breasts do what real breasts do.
You mean that kind of thing?
No, no, no.
End up in my mouth.
But she's got nice natural breasts. Oprah?
Yeah.
It gets worse. Listen to this.
Does it?
Do what real breasts do.
You mean that kind of thing?
No, no, no.
And this kind of thing?
No, no, no. But, you know, when there's that wonderful thing, you know, if you're a woman, you're lying on your back.
Oprah sets us up with, there's a wonderful thing if you're a woman, and listen to how wonderful she thinks this next...
Well, I could see where she's going, and this sounds like somebody that really enjoys looking at this. And
yeah, there's nothing wonderful about what she's about to say.
No, no, but, you know, when there's that wonderful thing, you know, if you're a woman, you're lying on your back, your breasts, they go to the parts.
Face the sanctuary.
Yeah.
Why is that a wonderful thing?
Oh, when they hit under your armpits?
Or they just hit the bed on the side?
Hit the bed.
I know why, actually. Because a lot of times a woman will use her fat tits to steal a bratwurst. And when they part, you all of a sudden have a German delicious snack in between her big sweaty tits.
That's the old fat woman's version of the fucking fruit basket.
Yeah.
She puts it under her armpits and her nipples are sticking out her back.
Who doesn't love when a woman takes her bra off and her tits open to find, like, say, a good 9-inch hunk of liverwurst? You can just fucking peel it off her fucking sweaty chest breastplate. What is that thing on TV? What is that fucking person?
That is, I believe, a homosexual.
It looks like fucking. Wow, that is bad.
That is bad. You see the video of the U-Haul lady? It's a visual, but definitely make sure you get a peek. Because when the chase is finally over, she does the run for freedom.
The running chase is hysterical. The cop is on her.
Like, where are you going?
Like fucking...
You can't outrun, like, helicopters and...
Helicopters.
Cops.
That one cop behind her caught up with her so fucking fast. It's like when the kicker picks up the ball and decides he's got to run with it.
Right.
That's what it looked like.
And he doesn't know where to run.
And fucking
all awkward.
Everyone's faster than him.
Yeah.
Your breasts, they go to the parts.
Face the sanctuary.
Yeah. But if you look at women with not real breasts, their breasts are sticking straight up. That's how you know.
Yes, indeed.
God bless your real breasts.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oprah knows a lot about breasts.
Yeah.
On a bed.
She loves them.
So, I gotta pee. Gotta pee? Yeah. All right, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Looks like Prince in a Tim Burton movie.
Ooh.
Boy.
Oh, boy.
All right. That didn't go as planned.
I'll be honest, I don't feel like starting anything new. I think we gave the people a good show today.
I couldn't agree more.
So why don't we play
I could agree more. What, my Frank Sinatra song parody again? It's fucking gold, Jerry. It's gold, Jerry.
I say you redo it.
I say no.
Why don't we play your favorite Leonard Skynyrd song? Saturday Night Special.
Ah,
We'll talk over it a
yes.
little bit, and we'll get out of here. This Leonard Skynyrd song, dedicated to the late, great Billy Powell, 56, died, and also brought to you by DirecTV. Call
Yes.
888-961-DirecTV.
I'm 57 years young.
Uncle Paul, you're a creep.
58 in March.
You should talk to Christian Jim and get your life in order.
Yeah, no kidding.
Huh? I don't like him. He's always trying to convert me.
Convoit you?
Whose name?
His name. You should just know who it is.
No.
Ooh. Good one.
A good one. All right, let's get out of here with Leonard Skynyrd.
Let's move it.
Ant's favorite Skynyrd song, right? Is this
Yeah, I
your
like
favorite?
This one. Yeah, this one's good. It's
Better
about a
than-
gun, so.
Better than Give Me Back My Bullet?
Kind of like them equally, but we just heard that one, so yeah.
All right.
It's a good one. It's a little more obscure. You hear the same friggin' ones all the
Over
time.
and over
so.
again. All right. Ron and Fez, noon to 3, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.